F in the chat. Oh, they can hear me now. Welcome everybody to the Pup Cup II, the puppening. Welcome to County Canine Guys stream. I'm just gonna do some fill here while he figures out his audio issues. Yeah, I can hear him in my headset, so this is good.
Can you guys hear me now? A little bit of technical difficulty, I guess.
I don't sound like shit. Oh, Jesus can hear us. Hey, there we go.
All right.
Okay, so do that whole intro thing where you're talking like about how good of a player I was.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
And that part again.
I definitely was not cursing Titian in any way. So welcome everyone to the Pup Cup II. It sounds like I need to turn my audio up as well. So that's fun. Let me see. Yeah, Scouty's louder than me. Scouty's always louder. Can you guys hear me okay, though?
And better looking.
That's the question.
That part, too.
Scouty sounds much more clear, I guess. Okay. All right. That's better. Okay. So we're going to start the Pup Cup here in just a second. We're going to start with our first map. Let's take a look at the map pool for tonight, Scouty.
Let's do that, County.
So we're going to start with Lijiang Tower. Move it over to Kings Row, Temple of Anubis, Ilios, Route 66, Numbani, and we're going to end with Busan. So we got 7 maps tonight. We are definitely going to have our fill of Overwatch custom games tonight. How do you feel about that?
I'm super stoked about that, as usual. You know me. I like to use my free time for Overwatch, so that's going to be pretty exciting for me. And I just wanted to mention, and I think I speak for chat and all the players, we just want to thank you for putting this on, County. You've put a ton of work into this, and I know it's not easy to do, especially when we're trying to do it on the fly like this, and you're doing all the producing and whatnot. So from me, chat, and the players, thank you.
Well, I couldn't do it without my stream deck, so going to have a few new tricks up our sleeve tonight. We're going to have a replay feature, so somebody does something good, or say Titian flies off the map as Diva, or DVA, as some of you perverts like to call her. We're going to have some replayability with that. Let's go ahead and take a look at the lineups for each team. So we're going to start now with Team Kona, I believe. Hit my card there. Team Kona, we're going to have Cheezus and Corey on DPS. Point and Boba are going to be running the tanks, and we're going to have Daly and Kip as support. Who's standing out to you today?
I think you got to take a look at Cheezus. He's going to be rolling on that DPS, and Kip is just impossible to kill in that healer role. So if Team Reese isn't able to focus her down, she's going to get way too much healing done.
So we got newcomer Point Break TTV. Thank you for the gifted subs, Pete. I appreciate it. Point Break's going to be coming in on the tank for the first time. We're going to see him here in the Pup Cup. And watching him in the pregame, pretty strong diva. I'd like to see him on the hamster, like the picture says. He looks like he's firmly in control of this team. But I think he's gonna be somebody we're gonna want to watch. And Corey and Daly are always just solid all around. So
they are definitely good players. Daly is really tough to beat on that Lucio, and Corey he's just new heroes that he can play every time we do customs. So it's always fun to watch him play. I am excited to see our boy Boba come up though. He tried a new hero in the warm up round, so it'll be interesting to see what he picks.
All right, let's take a look at Team Reese. So Team Reese, we got JFK Experience, Homewrecker, playing the DPS. We got Shuffled and Titian rounding out the tanks. And then we actually are going to have, we had a late addition here. We got Edible, I believe.
Yeah, I think we had to make some concessions here as people have time constraints and everything. So we're gonna get this right eventually. But look at that change on the fly, man. So this is Team Reese. I think one of the things to watch here is not only County are you the president of County Watch, you are also a client, and so you played in the a custom game as against JFK the other night. What do you think about that guy?
He's a tough DPS player to play against. You're gonna have to watch your angles, watch where you're standing, make sure you're not exposing yourself. Phrasing, of course, but make sure you're not sticking out without any cover, especially if he's on the McCree. Nat, always a solid support player, and Shuffled's trying some new things. He's usually on the Orisa, but we saw him play a little bit of the Orion, and he was doing quite well in the warm ups.
I want to see what Shuffled can do. That's going to be a matchup I want to see is the Boba and Shuffled Reinhardt battle because you and I both played a lot of Reinhardt, and we know that that's one of the more fun battles that you can get into is that Rhine battle.
That's right. So we're gonna debut a little bit of a different intro tonight. We're gonna have a few new things. We're gonna have a replay feature, like I'd mentioned. We're also gonna have the ability to ban one hero per map, and that hero ban will be in place for the entire map, attack, defend, or what have you. And you won't be able to ban the same hero for the next map, but that's going to introduce a little bit more strategy, especially when you have people that play mains like say Tishin on the Roadhog.
Is that his main? I've tried to block out
so.
most of the memories I have of ever playing against Tishin on Roadhog, so I don't think I've ever seen him play that hero.
All right, and for some of you guys that aren't in the Discord tonight, we're going to debut a little bit different intro to the Pup Cup. We're getting a little bit bigger and a little bit wilder, so sit back and get ready for it to start.
Match.
All right, Scouty, here we go. We're starting on Li Jiang. It looks like we're going to start in Garden. What do you think?
I can't wait, man. And that intro was super awesome. I love the personality of all the dogs of Discord, and I want to see some of these players take on the personality of their team's namesake. I think Team Kona. I mean, they're kind of the younger crowd. They're going to be looking to get into some mischief. They enjoy interior decorating. And what do you know about Team Reese?
Team Reese, usually Team Kona sits on Team Reese. I think we'd like to see him reverse that trend tonight. And whoever wins, I think, is going to get the pillow. I think that's the prize.
That's what we're battling for in the Pup Cup II, the Puppany.
All right, how do you like the comps coming out here?
I like the comps. Shuffled's on his typical Orisa. Wow, this is a different one. We got Boba on the Roadhog. Teams meet in the middle. JFK is working on that Reaper into the back. Jesus is working on him. Team Reese move to the middle. JFK experience is low, and that Diva's gone for point break.
Get misses the sleep. Almost had one there. That might have helped a little bit, but still able to keep the Diva up. Hopefully, stay on the map. Diva out of mech. Oh, there's the boop.
That's a big boop, and away goes. Well, Edible picked up Jesus right before that. So Team Reese here still controlling the point with Shuffled. That's going to be a big anchor to move. They're going to have to work on breaking down that barrier and being able to infiltrate onto the point.
Point's going to try to sneak around and contest a little bit. Jesus,
Kronos took a little of his own medicine, and that might actually be... Got nothing out of that.
Boba able to just eat the damage off of that.
There's an ultimate from Corey. Didn't get a whole lot done with that. He did get shuffled into edible, so I think this is going to turn the way of Team Kona here once they get it cleaned up. They just got to get JFK off. Kronos wisely retreats. Who is that guy?
We're seeing some improvements already from Pup Cup 1 to Pup Cup 2.
Absolutely. I think the more these guys play these customs, the more they kind of learn each other's tendencies, which might be something that we haven't really thought about.
Jesus makes a little bit of an error there. Gets a little bit too deep with the Doom Fist.
Beats it from that. That gives them a whole bunch of extra armor. Homewrecker tosses that Blizzard. Supercharger down from Shuffled. How do you feel about that Torbjorn?
I think it's a good play with the Pharah in the air. I think if you put the turret in the right place, you can definitely make life a little bit more difficult for him.
Absolutely. Corey's going to drop the ultimate again. That's his second one here. And it looks like things are nice and even. Hoyt's going to drop the bomb on the point.
Oh,
Team Reese able to duck it mostly, so they got a chance at the flip here, and they do. Mistakes were made for Boba. He's gonna ultimate his team in here. This isn't a bad play. I like this. Now he's got the nano.
Yep.
Kronos is slept and purple. He's gonna have a hard time staying alive there.
Ooh, Jesus misses the rocket punch there.
Kronos still low. They're gonna have to keep him up, and they didn't miss that. Corey cleans him up, and so I think we're gonna see the flip back to Team Kona. Jesus gets a pick on that. So they're gonna have to regroup here. They're down one heal. So how do you push in?
I think Shuffle went a little bit deep with the Diva there. I think it's going to be hard for him. Yep, he's going to get heated right off the bat. Down he goes.
I think if you're Team Reese, you got to reset here and wait for another tank to come in. That's going to be a hard push for them with that Diva Hog tank line. They're going to have to rely on DPS picking up getting a pick here. Or just follow Kronos on the Roadhog.
Tishan's trying to make his way around and get the flank, but he's 1v5.
Molten Core coming in from JFK. Beat down. And a clean up home on that right side. Corey with another ultimate, and this is just getting scrappy. Edible, if they can clean up Edible here, that's gonna do it. Round one going to Team Kona. What did you see there, County?
I didn't expect to see Jesus on the Doom Fist, but he really threw his weight around there. It looked pretty good. He was keeping him off the point. He was winning duels when he needed to.
That Doom Fist is a tough hero to counter. I mean, you really got to focus him down, and if he's able to move around like Jesus was, without a lot of interruption, he can just be so disruptive in that back line.
Yeah. You know, I'd like to see Nat come on to the Lucio, and I think he heard me say that in my head because we get the switch right as I'm thinking it. Nat's got
I think Nat's looking
Lucio.
for those environmental kills, but you got to watch out for Daly on the other side. Daly plays a great Lucio, but one thing that Team Reese is going to have to do is watch Corey up in the air on that Pharah.
Oh, we got the Boba on the Winston. That's probably his strongest tank right now.
I'd say that's a comfort pick for Boba. He's been working it really well, and he picks it up right there on Nat. Daly's gonna get. Whoa! He almost got Kronos off. Big fight on. Team Kona's gonna take this first one. I gotta think.
JFK is trying to get a couple hacks here. I think trying to counter the Doom Fist a little bit.
Well, I think JFK is playing the right thing here on this Sombra, because what he's looking to do is he's going to hack that Mega for his team, but he's also able to negate Jesus' movement on the Doom and get Corey out of the air.
Yeah, that's a great point. It's a risky move coming up the side of the tower here, but looks like it might pay off if they can make it in time. Oh, that looks like oh, there's the boop, the double boop.
He survived one, wasn't able to survive the second. Here's Corey with the ultimate. He picks up 3, and the bomb's going to clear off the point. So Team Kona playing this one well, and Boba moving really well on that Winston.
Yeah, he surprised us the other day with his Winston play. Like, he'd been playing him for a while, and Corey's going to clean up everybody else. Nobody left.
That's all right though. Team Reese is doing the right thing here. They're grouping up. They're just poking for ultimate charge right now. Ultimate's coming online. We got a EMP. If they can link up the EMP with, like, say, a coalescence from edible or visor from home, they can clean up this map. But it's not going to be on this push.
Nope. That Mega Pack's really helping out though.
Yeah, that's going to be key for them. But again, between looking up in the air at Corey and looking down at Jesus, there's...
Jesus goes for a little bit of a ride there.
He decided to try to punch a Roadhog ultimate, which is not ideal.
That one stings a little bit.
This is going to clear the point.
Look at all the
Big
ults coming
bomb
out.
from
Huge
Shuffled.
beat.
It is ult fiesta. Oh, but there comes that EMP, and now
That's a big EMP.
T-Breeze has to clean this up, and it looks like they're going to. They just got to get rid of Corey, and then they do. And they're going to crack the flip here in overtime. But the problem for Team Reese now is they essentially have to play perfectly from here on out.
Yeah, this is going to be a tall order to try to carry this through, especially with Team Kona playing the way they are right now.
They're playing really well. Point Break's going to clear the point, doesn't pick anything up, but gives his team the initiate.
Let's get scrappy in there, Scouty.
It's a drunken bar brawl.
Look at all the fighting going on right now. Point gets a pick on that. That's going to hurt.
I'd love to call this, but I have no idea what's happening, and I play this game, so I can only imagine how some people in the chat feel.
Oh. Team Kona's going to clean it up. I think that's going to be the ball game.
It's going to be round one, but, you know, the reason we played more than one map, County, is it ain't over till it's over.
That's right.
I have a question, County.
Yeah.
Did you get any replays that you were going to play with?
I did. We'll let the play of the gameplay out for a second.
That is surprising. I can't believe you did.
Alright.
Justice reigns from above.
Alright, so let's take a look at this one. This was the kind of the ult bomb that we had early on. Kip says she needs more wine. So
Well, that's why we have replays.
Oh. Nope. Looks like I just took a replay of that replay. There we go.
Hey, we can watch that again. I wanted to point something out here, though, because while Corey gets play of the game here for this ultimate, look at Homewrecker on that soldier. He's doing his job. He's tracking the Pharah, and he's trying to get her out of the air. So good to see from, from a player that we were surprised in our scrims the other night to see how much he has come into his own in that DPS role.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. So map 1 is going to go 2-0 to Team Kona. We're going to move on to Kings Row. Kings Row being the community favorite, really, for pretty much the entirety of the Overwatch community. It's a classic map. Everybody loves it. We're going to do the winter version because it's after Halloween, so it's pretty much Christmas, I think, don't you?
Yeah. And honestly, out of respect for the names of our Discord dogs, if anybody knows Blonde, they know she loves Christmas. So it only makes sense that we would have the Christmas Kings Row map.
The Christmas Kings Row map is undefeated. So in this one, we're going to have, really not until the end, we're not going to have any environmental kills. Do you think that's going to affect any of our players one way or the other?
Well, unfortunately, Kip is playing that heal role right now. She's the one that would come out on that hamster and really cause problems on that third point. Of course, you always got to watch out for the Roadhog and the hook. We haven't been, having too much memeing going on about the hog action this time. I think our chat is maturing.
Yeah, the double hog and 2 hogs. What was it? 2 hogs, 1 hole?
God, I told you. I told you that we never say that again.
Yep. So it looks like the teams are deciding right now which heroes to ban. If you're Team Kona, what hero are you going to take away from Team Reese?
if I'm picking, I'm gonna take away the hog. I'm gonna make him beat me without the road hog, because that's a comfort pick for Titian, who's real strong on that front line.
I think so. I think if I may take away the hog. I may also take away the McCree, because I think McCree is really going to come through on this map if JFK decides to play that. He's got a lot more space to run with. It's not like the control map where you have, such a small area to work with. He's going to be able to pick people off at a distance, and I think that's where he's going to be really dangerous.
I think Team Kona needs to watch that flank. We saw it when Mrs. Kip came in. Then the first Pup Cup, I think a lot of the players were unprepared for some of those flank angles, and she got a lot of work done.
All right, so it looks like Team Kona is actually going to ban Orisa. So they're going to take Orisa out of it. And I'm thinking that's to get shuffled a little bit out of his comfort zone, especially on the first control point that you have to capture on this one.
I don't know what Team Kona saw out of shuffled on that Orisa, unless they're just banking on that he's not going to play that Reinhardt, and they think that Boba's going to be able to outduel him. It'll be interesting to see.
Yep, I think that's going to be a tough one. If you're Team Reese, who are you going to ban from Team Kona?
Oh wow. It depends on what you're going to play yourself. You could take away the Winston from Boba. You could take away. Yeah, it's a hard call. I just don't know. I'd want to take away the Zarya, I think, because if I'm Team Reese, I know that I'm not going to play the Zarya necessarily. But it'll be interesting.
Yeah, I think I would take away maybe the Pharah on this one, because she can be pretty brutal. There's a lot of narrow corridors, on each side of the map. They're still discussing. It looks like they're still trying to decide themselves, so it's not an easy choice for them. I think Kip's versatile enough that she can pretty much heal with. She's a decent Ana. We've seen her Mercy. She's pretty versatile. I would say maybe take Daly off the Lucio if you're looking at maybe getting a little bit of their healing down.
They must have heard you, because they're going to take that fire out of Corey's hands, which you know what that means. He's going to come out with that Junkrat, everybody's favorite hero, the grenade sniper Junkrat.
Yep, and Corey does excel with the Junkrat. So, but I think that's going to be a great matchup, especially for JFK, because he can keep a little distance between him and Junkrat. He can do some damage.
Absolutely. If he pulls that McCree, Corey might have a hard time dealing with the range on that McCree.
Absolutely. All right, so let's get over to King's Row. Don't know why I didn't start. Said there wasn't enough players for some reason. There we go.
The Christmas music of Christmas King's Row.
Yeah.
Incidentally, King's Row is set in London, which that's where Boba's from.
That's where Boba's from.
Right? Because London is all of England.
London is all of England. I believe that's correct. As an American,
is that correct?
I don't know what else to think. That's all I know.
Well, I mean, there's Big Ben. What else is there?
All right. So we're gonna have Boba coming out in the Winston on defense with points on the Diva.
Point plays that Diva really well, and they're gonna go with that dive. This is interesting on the defense. They're going to play the Winston Diva tanks on defense. They got Kip on the Mercy, Daly on the Lucio. Corey picked the Junkrat.
So I think we're going to see here, I see Shuffle's going to be coming out in the Reinhardt. I think we're going to see, obviously, Team Kona is correctly defending this right now on that corner of the hotel, but as long as Shuffle can push through this and mitigate his damage from the Junkrat,
well, and honestly, Team Reese is not putting a whole bunch of damage on that shield, and look at this. Strats, man. The strats. They're going through hotel. That's a great walk up because they don't have to take all that poke damage. This is where Boba needs to get in there and shine because he can just cleave with that Winston. Boba gets the hook. He decides to jump in. I think he wants that one back. And in Kenny Blankenship, that might be the most painful elimination of the map.
It looks like Shuffle's going to stand in the middle there. He's going to lose his shield for a second. Oh, we already got the tire coming out. That was quick.
You see where Corey, and here comes the high noon from JFK.
High Noon does
picks
get a
up
couple
2.
picks. Yep. There's that JFK McCree that we were talking about.
Kip's able to res Corey, but then Kronos deletes him with the hook. Boba just doing what he can to stay on the edge. He's gotta dive that Zen is what he has to do. Because Edible's got himself all the way up to the Transcendence. Kronos is gonna pop that whole hog just to clear the point. And look at this. Team Reese takes point 1 real easy with a big stagger on Kip.
Objective lost. Stop the payload.
What'd you see there, County?
You know, it looked like Wrecker just got a little bit too deep there.
I had $1 for every time I heard that. Here we go.
Jesus, he's got this high noon coming up. Let's see how he's going to win this one. Going for the high ground.
He's trying to get it, but here comes the bomb in from behind from point. Shuffle able to cover it. Jesus gets nothing done with that.
Oh, Jesus and JFK square off in the building for a second there. Each able to walk away.
Point break, in a little trouble on that Diva, but he's going to get healed up by Mrs. Kip and Daly. Team Reese is taking this slow and steady, and as we all know, when you start Christmas on November 1st, you have to take it slow and steady so you don't lose your mind.
I think we're going to see a flanking ult for home record here.
Another one in the back, and that's a big kill on Mrs. Kip. That's no res now for Team Kona. Boba pots the primal in the back. He's going to get taken out by JFK. This is an interesting coalescence, but you know what it does? It's going to probably get him a second point. Another tire inbound. Corey picks up 1.
Jesus able to get the pick on the edible.
It's a decent pick, so I think they're going to be able to stall this out here. They have spawn advantage here, County, so it's going to take Team Reese longer to get here. Jesus in the back. High noon picks up 1. Holmes trying to support Kronos so he can get out of there. Kronos takes out Jesus with the hook. Again, there's that hog from Titian, and we've all grown to beat that. Oh, out of the Ryan. There's a questionable charge. He got shuffled, but he is in trouble. But Kip picking him up. Home in the back picks up 2. He gets Kip and Corey, and that is gonna make things a little bit harder here for Team Kona. Boba with the wild charge picks up Kronos. It wouldn't be a Pup Cup if my dogs weren't whining, and there's actual Scout in the back. So I'm gonna have to go let him out real quick.
Point break with a great peel to go take out JFK as he's trying to get around. JFK got another high noon on deck though, so let's keep an eye on him.
Things have kind of stalled out a little bit for Team Reese. I think what they need to regroup here. They've got 3 ultimates online. Here comes the bomb. Shuffle turning around to shield his team. Picks up nothing. He took a lot of damage in the back there, which is too bad, and he wasn't able to get healed up because his healers had to take cover. It's been an interesting matchup between Jesus and JFK trying to cancel each other out on those McCrees. They're really tracking each other well.
Yeah, a lot of jiggle peeking going on over there.
Jiggle peeking. Say that again, but say it slower.
Jiggle peeking.
Yes.
We got 3 minutes, so they got plenty of time in the bank. They caught that first point pretty quick. And there's the wild shuffle charge. And the shatter. Oh, nothing to follow up, though.
You know, I love the idea. The execution just wasn't there. I think Shuffle maybe wasn't checking his kill feed, so he just didn't know what kind of support he had. But otherwise, I kind of like the aggression in the try from Shuffle there.
JFK making the long way around. He's going to try to get around a Pop. I think he's going to look for a flanking high noon here, but quickly abandons that.
He's gonna wait. He's gonna hide. He's looking for something big back there. He's hiding out on the payload. Look at this. The back cap from JFK Experience. Does Team Kona even know? Daily checks,
Oh.
finds it. Daily goes down, so then JFK goes down. But that was a sneaky little play there.
Yeah, and Boba gets the shatter to stall out. Corey gets a couple picks off of that.
Boba has literally one health. Kip's gonna work on getting him up. Edible switch to the Ana. Here comes home on that Reaper.
Ooh, we got the flanking hog.
He's gonna take one in the face from Jesus.
I'm sorry, he's gonna take a hog in the face.
You said it, not me. And enjoy the clip. Bomb coming out here from Point Break. They're able to escape, but he also is able to escape. High noon again from JFK. He picks up 2. Beat coming out.
Oh, dueling beats.
Beats coming up. Dueling beats.
Ooh. Oh man, JFK just hitting the fan the hammer on this one. He's gonna cover that res.
They didn't cover the res, but Homewrecker's gonna ult just to do it, I think.
Just to show him he can.
Yeah, just to say, hey, I had this, and I want you guys to know about it, and I don't even need to use it to get second point.
Jesus coming out in the May. Oh, and I'm camera stuck up in the rafters there. And they get to the point with 30 seconds left.
Don't forget to show everybody all the Christmas presents run along the rafters there. I think chat will be excited about that.
Yeah, Boba with a charge there. He gets hooked in mid-charge by Tishan. Tishan does not.
That's a huge play from Jesus. He canceled out Tishan's ultimate. Here's another tire from Corey. It's able to pick up JFK. That's an important pick for these guys. Team Kona on the notoriously hard to take point 3 on King's Road. Shuffle gonna get his mech back.
How do you
The
feel
Shuffle,
about the,
no, he can get his mech back. There he goes.
How do you feel about the switch onto the Demon for Shuffle?
I think it's an interesting choice. It does give him more damage to break down that shield of Boba. Nanobu's coming in to Shuffle. You know, Team Reese is really taking advantage of the momentum they had going into point 2.
Yeah, Point Break's going to get D-Mac. We're going to have a little battle between... Shuffled.
That's now Kenny
That's
Blankenship.
unfortunate.
Yeah, that's the new most painful
I was
elimination.
first person on that one, so
Huge shatter here. But the JFK Experience is able to pick up 2, then 3. Look at this. Kronos is going to clear him off. Big tire from Corey.
Oh, huge Diva Bomb. And Corey's going to clean up. Oh, they got one more fight, I think. One more fight on this, and they can still contest it.
With 1 minute left on the map, they have one organized push. After that, they're going to have to trickle and stall, which of course gives the advantage here to Team Kona.
Yeah. We got an F in the chat for Shuffle, unfortunately flying off the edge with no boosters left.
You know, I'd love to say I've never done it.
Yeah.
Homewrecker working on a flank in the back. He's moving in behind Tishan. He's got ultimate. A big Reaper ultimate here could change things.
Yeah, we got the Blizzard. I was just going to say the Blizzard's going to be coming out any minute, but it looks like she lost it.
It got canceled by Kronos' hook. So if Homewrecker can get himself into the back line here. Another tire in from Corey. He picks up 4.
Huge tire. Oh, Corey and those tires are just tearing them apart.
That's going to be the hold here for Team Kona. Tire on its way from the JFK Experience. I don't think it's going to do anything. But look at Homewrecker. He jumps down from the top. He's on the payload. He keeps Team Reese alive. Nat's in on the Lucio. Here comes Shuffled. JFK Experience piled in. The beat is out. Can they do it? Can they do it?
This is a slugfest right now.
I believe in you.
Another tire.
And Corey picks up
Oh
damn
my
junk
god.
rats.
He's getting a tire every 10 seconds.
Kronos able to keep himself alive, and here
Another
comes the
diva
bomb
bomb.
in,
Oh,
and that clears him off.
Victory.
wow. That was a lot of ultimates. I gotta say, these guys are doing really well. Of course, I think Corey just bought himself a Junkrat ban for the next round. Because if
I
I'm
think he
Team
did as
Reese, I'm
well.
getting tired of dodging tires all day. I can tell you that.
Absolutely, they're giving him far too many. This one was huge. I mean, I don't even know what play you pick on this map as far as play of the game, because there was a lot of big ones. But look at that. That says it all. 42% of the damage for Team Kona, and the teams are asking, County, did you put it on competitive rules?
I did. I did. It should be flipping it, I thought. Maybe not.
As chat may have realized, we are still working out some of the kinks in the production.
I have it on
So
competitive.
tell you what, it is on competitive now. I see it. I see it
Yep.
on my screen.
All right.
Team Reese, you're doing great too, sweetie. But maybe do a little better.
Let's see.
That is from the Team Mom, Team Reese.
Team Mom. Let's see if the replay function caught it this time. I wanted to talk about this one. Yes, here it is. So this is we got the nano boosted diva, and unfortunately Shuffled is thinking, all right, I got to escape, I got to get out of here, need a peel, and down he goes. Sorry, Shuffled. That is what's the award for this one?
Kenny Blankenship's most painful elimination of the map.
That's an F in the chat for poor Shuffled.
little moment of silence for
All right.
Shuffled's Diva.
So we're gonna say they caught 2 points and they stalled at the well, now it's gonna run it back. So
At the 5-yard line.
yeah, we're gonna move on to the next map. We'll come back to Kings Row. We'll actually switch that.
This would not be typical of how you would typically play a competitive Overwatch, but we like to throw our players little surprises every once in a while. So this is one of those times you got to be pretty versatile to play County Watch, because he will change the rules on you.
In a second, in a split second. All right, let's see. We're going to Temple of Anubis next. So that's going to be a 2CP map. We haven't played those a whole lot.
We decided to go with a 7-map pool tonight because you were feeling froggy and you decided you hated our voices for the next 2 days. So we added a 2CP map. Why don't you explain to our viewers what 2CP means, County?
So 2CP is there's going to be 2 control points, and there's going to be an attacking team and a defending team. The attacking team has to capture the control point to 100%. Without any of the defending team being present on the point. Once they do that, a second control point will open up, and the same rules apply. If they capture both points, game ends. If there is time left in the bank and both teams capture both control points, then they'll have a overtime clock, and it'll keep going until one team captures more than the other team. Oh boy, there's a lot of salt in the chat right now. I think
Wow,
Team Reese,
Tishan's so mad he even spelled professional wrong.
professional. All right. Kona is banning Farah. They banned Farah in the last one, didn't they?
No, Team Reese did.
Oh, okay.
Long-time streamer, first-time commissioner. You're right, Dame. I am dying from drinking. Aren't we all dying a little inside when County does stuff like this live, though?
Be better, says Kip in the chat.
Be better. Be
I
better.
want to thank you guys that are hanging out right now. Thanks for watching us. This is a blast to do, and we really enjoy watching these guys just duke it out. Everybody, I think, is having a lot of fun. after the next round, we'll take a little bit of an overtime or a halftime break, and we'll drag some players in here and talk to them and see what their thoughts are on how the matches are going and how much they hate
Player
Corey.
interviews.
Yeah, player interviews. How much they hate Corey. Let's find that out. So now just waiting on the ban from Team Reese. Who are you going to ban if you're Team Reese? I think the Junkrat's an easy choice on this one.
Junkrat's an easy pick here, especially on that 2CP map. You don't want to get caught in a defensive situation where you've got to run into a Junkrat, especially the way Corey's been playing it tonight. He is on his Junkrat game.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Rat boy. Yep, there it is. So we got the Junkrat and the Pharah are going to be banned this time around.
And keep in mind that if you're the team that bans a hero, you are unable to play that hero yourself. So there is a little bit of strategy involved. And I would say a safe strategy is if the opposing Junkrat does 42% of the damage, just go with that.
Maybe. Still waiting for both teams to ready up right now. So we're going to move...
Don't we have like a video you could play or something while we wait for these teams to get ready?
We do if everybody wants to see the intro video again.
I mean, I could barely even see it with all the preparation we've done for today.
All right, they're ready to play. I'm getting the word from the teams that they're ready. All right, Temple of Anubis.
Maybe next time, chat. I tried to get the Kona and Reese video going again, and I'll keep trying.
All right, so the first control point is going to be through this archway here, flanked by these, whatever these things are. You got a word for these things, Scotty?
I can't see what you're saying.
They look like
they
dogs.
are. You know,
Dobermans.
I know a guy. His name is, well, actually, that is an Egyptian Saluki mix, and it is the god of fire hydrants.
Oh boy, Scout pray to the god of fire hydrants often.
You know, as much as he can, as much as I let him out in public.
All right.
Ready for battle.
Looks like Team Reese is going to be on the attack here. A little bit of an unconventional pick out of Shuffle, but again, that is a comfort pick. He likes to play that Orisa, and he's really good at it. So I think if he can get positioned correctly, it's just a hard tank to kill and move.
Yeah, I think the key for him is going to be getting through that archway. That archway is where this map is basically won and lost on this first control point, it feels.
Ready for combat.
Absolutely. A strategy you can use here is go to the right to avoid a lot of that poke damage. But you see where Jesus is setting up with that Symmetra.
5, 4,
It's going to be difficult to come under that.
2, 1. Attackers
Corey on
incoming.
the Hanzo is going to try to get
Defend
a
objective
couple
A.
early picks from the top. He does on
He
JFK,
picks
no
up
less.
JFK. They're going to fight right around the gods of fire hydrants. Shuffle's got that shield just through the choke. Edible with the res on JFK though, so not too impactful of a pick other than just psychologically. JFK is going to fight Corey. Corey goes down. That's a big pick.
Home record doing work. JFK goes down though.
This is where if you're Team Reese, you got to push this. You have the advantage. You got down. You just killed Kip. Just get on the point. Make them fight you on the point.
Nat's going to transition over to the point. You think they got retake ability here, or do you think they're going to have to just lick their wounds?
They're definitely gonna have to lick their wounds here. All they have is daily. Corey's gonna come in. He might be able to be good for a pick, but he can't 1v6. Not without Junkrat.
We're going to have JFK just go up there and push him right off the top.
New defense point.
And he's going to finish him off. A little salty about that early pick, I think, Scout.
I think so, and it's all how you respond.
Looks like the poll that Dame threw up in the chat, they're picking Team Reese to take this one. What do
You know,
think?
I think Team Reese has gotten sat on for 2 maps in a row, and they're kind of not having it anymore. Huge shield from Shuffle. Great awareness there to see the bomb, throw the shield down for himself. He knew his team was undercover. JFK picks up Corey in the back. Edible with the res on that, so Team Reese can push this on to point 2. They got to steamroll this.
Oh, they're in trouble. Team Kona's
The beat
in trouble.
drops
The
down
beat's
from
coming
Matt.
out. Not even those tiny turrets are going to deter
They
them.
cleaned that up well as a team. Supercharger down from Shuffled. In comes Corey on the Doomfist. Gets hooked right away. Protoss had to reload. Wasn't able to kill him. Holmes just spraying it down with that Christmas, whatever it is, ice beam of death.
Jesus on the Genji. Oh, but Boba's able to get... Huge beat comes out and Boba's able to get his whole hog off, but he's going to get frozen. Everyone's favorite thing.
You know Boba's gonna clip that where you just said Boba's able to get his whole hog off, right?
I hope he does.
And it'll
Merry
probably
Christmas.
be his ringtone.
Merry Christmas, Boba. So we got Corey on the Doomfist now. We haven't seen that yet.
I think he rolled out on that hero for the stall, and they were able to stall it out long enough for, I hate to say it, Boba to get his whole hog off, and that was the difference in the fight.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to take almost 2/3 on that first attempt. They still got 4 minutes, so if they play this right, they can definitely leave some time in the bank.
Absolutely, I think they have to be patient here. Build up ultimate. Shuffle's already got his supercharger back.
Yep, he's running in front of his shield, though. He gets slept for it.
Drops off to go grab that mega pack. Here's Jack Blossom in from JFK, but Point's able to cover that well. He's going to clear the point. Big wall out from May. Jesus with the blade on the Genji. He's solely focused on JFK. He's not able to pick him up. Team Reese looking strong here. That supercharger's out.
Ooh,
Bailey gets
big
hooked,
hook.
and he's going to go down. Wow, what a first round from Team
Great
Reese.
first round. I love Boba's whole hog, says College in the chat.
Score
We all do, College. We all do.
2-2. Switching sides.
Delete my browser history, College.
Initiating match.
All right.
Great round there from Team Reese. They're able to cap that second point with 3 minutes left in the bank. I'll be curious to see what Team Kona comes back with.
I think Team Kona is going to have a more of a dive comp, especially if Boba sticks with the Winston. I think he can really disrupt things if he makes good plays and makes smart plays. He's capable of it. We know he is. But this is a map where Winston can really wreak some havoc if you got people split up.
I see JFK is playing the May for Team Reese, and I'll be interested to see what Homewrecker comes out on. I think between JFK and Homewrecker, if they're able to get the picks onto Corey and then move on to the Kip, it's going to be a hard map for Team Kona here.
Watch this.
Yeah. All right. So Shuffled and Chrono's going to stick with what they got. Edible's going to go on to the Baptiste, with that, which I do like. Jesus is going to come out in the sim again. What do you think about that?
5, 4, 3.
I don't know. Well, Jesus is coming out in the Bastion now. He's changed up. This is an interesting pick. If he's going on the attack Bastion, especially when you got Winston and Diva to cover you, there's not a ton of cover for him. Especially with that May and the Orisa.
Well, they got Lucio speeding him through the choke. That's the biggest thing. Now he's got a little bit more room to run. Shuffle doesn't really see him right away. But Cronus is going to be behind. He doesn't have the sustain. Oh, he does.
There goes Jesus.
He does.
He had the Reaper with him, but Team Kona able to drop down. Point Break trying to get on. There's a little bit of a May battle down there. The worst hero in the game. Please delete her Blizzard. Corey freezes up Kronos, but he's gonna get frozen himself.
We got an ice battle going on between two Mays in the temple back there.
Two Ice Queens of Doom. This is actually the worst possible thing I've ever seen in Overwatch. The two walls trapping Corey in the doorway.
Oh, down goes Boba. We're gonna have.
I don't know how Corey is still alive.
I don't either. He's just running straight through the middle of the other team right now. Misses that, gets the Blizzard off.
But look at this, he gets the Blizzard off. Jesus is above them. They don't know where he's at. He's just going to pick them off one at a time.
Ooh.
That gets the beat off.
Big beat. Oh, the counter beat. I think this one's going to be over.
Oh my god.
Yep.
I wanna really yell at Team Reese right now and say kill misses Kip on the Mercy, and Corey will go down.
It had to be done.
It's going to be a first take here for Team Kona. No chance to recontest here, and why would you want to?
Objective A captured. New defense point. Objective
It's the
Oh boy,
beat.
Baptiste window's coming out. Nice.
Heroes
wall.
never die. Deserve this.
Big wall from Corey on the May. Bomb out. It's not going to pick up anything, but he's able to remag. Shuffle drops the supercharger. He wants to end this fight early.
Boba able to get the pick onto Homewrecker, who's now on the Reaper. He's gonna melt down the lamp. She's gonna shoot right through that May wall. And the
Yeah,
blizzard
and
comes
they
out.
need-
That's gonna catch a couple people. We got 3, 4, 5 caught in that blizzard. Oh, Wrecker
Homewrecker's
just
going to
misses
clean
the
that
blast.
up. Kronos comes out with the full hog to clean him up. They got to isolate Kip here. She's still alive somehow. Kronos didn't see her. Homewrecker's able to pick her up, and that's going to be the fight there. Team Reese holds.
Ready to march. Such potential.
Team's just poking for damage here. Kronos gets a big hook there, but Corey's able to
Oh, they
ice block him still off.
get the isolate on Kronos, and then Jesus is gonna just finish him off. He's got the tank going. We got another blizzard coming out. That's gonna catch a couple people.
A catch Nat in that one. Homewrecker's still out. Shuffle's on that Diva, but he's got to get in. Torbjorn turret up high. They saw it. Good awareness from Team Kona to see that. Kip on the pocket there for Jesus. So that Bastion posted up there is going to make the retake real hard on this defense.
That beat's
And we've
gonna
got
help.
a really even match.
Wow. Wow, 2:08 to 2 minutes.
score.
Doesn't get any better than that.
2. Switching sides.
I mean, 8 seconds, but, you know.
Initiating match.
No, that really was evenly matched. I think just a couple plays there and Team Reese changes it and maybe even holds first, because with Kip pocketing Corey like she was, it was just way too difficult to kill that May with the survivability she has. So I think if Team Reese can get together and during halftime really talk about, do they want to ban Mercy? Do they want to focus down Kip a little better? If they can do that, I think they're going to be able to pick up those kills a little easier.
I agree. How do you mitigate the May? Everybody hates May. What's the best way to kind of take her out of the game, do you think?
Speed. Once you can get her out of her ice block, she can't catch you. And so, I mean, I'd like to counter with a Tracer. You can use the Reaper if you can bait out her ice block and then use your Fade to avoid being frozen yourself, just because Reaper does so much damage.
True.
But really what it's about is focus fire. If you're taking a 1v1 with the May, you're doing it wrong.
Right.
4, 3.
I think Zarya too, to keep the freeze from getting you. If you have a Zarya that's really on the ball, she can kind of keep that.
Absolutely.
Nope, the kid's gonna get a little hung out to dry a little bit. They're gonna set up the bunker comp. Maywall's coming out.
May walls everywhere. Jesus
Oh.
on that Bastion.
Oh,
He's
Scout,
low
yeah,
though.
he
They're
is.
focusing. This is actually worst possible scenario with that Bastion posted up like that.
Bastion and May. Oh, Kronos gonna go for the hook. He's gonna try to get Jesus, but doesn't quite have the damage to do it. He gets walled off.
He's got him isolated, but what needs to happen there on that flank, somebody has to go with that hog. 1, to get him into position. 2, to help the damage, because if he gets that hook on the Bastion, it should be a kill.
They had Nat separated. They do get the pick on him, and now Kronos is going to be frozen. But he does get the hook onto Corey. Kip is hanging out there for a minute, but able to escape as she often does. And now Jesus is going to use his tank and play a little bit of cleanup. He's got the
A little
back
bit. Did you
cap.
see that? They had the back cap going from Homewrecker on that Sombra. I think he forgot where his translocator was.
Ooh, that's a big dragon that's going to take Boba right down. Whole hog comes out from Kronos. He's going to try to keep Kip up in the air.
Kronos has to get on that point
there's
though,
the
because oh, big hook there on the Kip. She's one. If you gotta get her down now, they're unable to close it out, and Jesus is just gonna sit there. Bomb comes in to clean the point off, and Jesus is just still alive. Homewrecker on this Sombra here. I like what he's trying to do with it, but he doesn't have the support, and he's maybe not quite mastered that hero yet, as he threw his translocator where
He was
they
already at.
could see it. Yes.
We're gonna see Nat come in for the contest, but he's gonna get frozen before he can even do it. Before he's gonna try to pick him off, but he doesn't get him yet. Oh, that's gonna be
That's
round
going to be
three.
a full hold on point one there for Team Kona. And honestly, I think the Bastion had a lot to do with that. They weren't able to solve it. I like what they tried to do with the Sombra, but that Sombra needs to be aware of where that translocator is at. And I think maybe that's just a little bit of inexperience on that hero showing from home.
All right, so those of you guys that aren't familiar, since did they take a quarter? I didn't see. I don't think they did. No, they took 0%.
They did not. They did
So-
not get the quarter because Daly, I believe, noticed and was able to come back and push that Sombra off.
Right. I think that's going to be the key. Here we're going to see if they can make that push like they did in the first point. We got Boba back on the Winston. I think he's going to be a good way to kind of distract him and peel him away from the choke there.
What Team Reese is coming out here? They're gonna try to, match fire with fire here, and they're gonna roll out their own Bastion. They're gonna do double shield Bastion. Homewrecker's got that Symmetra, so I feel like if they get this set up right, it's gonna be a hard break for Team Kona, and we might be looking at our first ever Pup Cup draw.
Well, if they're both teams are playing a May and a Bastion, I think a draw is what they deserve.
I'm not gonna disagree there, County. I'm an objective broadcaster, totally.
If you need assistance.
JFK just laying down damage. I think Nat needs to get the damage boost on that Bastion for the best effectiveness. Now he's got it. Boba diving into the back. He's got to be careful because he just gets melted.
Didn't have anything to hold him back there. Corey's going to be on the backside. Let's see if they notice him. We got Sim coming out. Already takes him down.
JFK turned around, helps him on that back cap. That's just actually not terrible placement on those turrets, because if anybody shows up in the back there, the turrets are gonna burn them down.
We got about a minute 20, and right now there's no strong indicator that they're going to be able to push through this. Get the res on the
Edible
Boba.
goes down, but Kronos is able to pick up Jesus, which is a big kill there. Kip has no res. She used it earlier on that Bastion. Team Kona working around to the left. Boba dives in. He's got Kip with him. Kip's gonna heal him. They got Kronos there, and he's gonna go down if they can't get heals on him. Nat gets some late heals, but I don't know if it's gonna be enough. Boba gets on the point, getting burned down. And there he goes. Corey's got high ground on that soldier. Shatter in from Kronos.
Oh, JFK hits Corey right in the dome with the tank round.
Sweet,
Ouch.
sweet retribution. That's what you get for playing May, Corey, and I'll say it on broadcast. Another Dragon Strike coming in. This is going to come in, I think. Is that coming from Spawn from Jesus? It is. Boba. Oh, that's Kronos. Edible's low. Boba's burning him down in the back. He's picking up help from that Symmetra. 10 seconds to go. They got to just trickle on. Edible's going to clean up Point Break's mech. Point's all by himself. Rally just for celebration, and that's going to do it.
Draw.
A draw, just as chat always dreamed of. A draw between Team Kona and Team Reese.
Play of the game.
Shuffled gets to play the game. How do you feel about that?
I thought Shuffle played this map really, really well. He had some good superchargers, and he had superchargers way faster than I get him on Orisa, and that just goes to show the comfort that Shuffled has on that hero. And he was able to use the Fortify there to keep himself in that fight and still move even despite the May.
Another thing that we saw from Shuffled right there that is underrated, we've talked about it before, is his ability to pull people into position. that he wants them, and he usually is able to displace people pretty well with that, and he's been really excelling at that lately.
I have been the victim of a shuffle pull once or twice myself, and so I can speak to it. I don't like it, and he is really good at that. And what is impressive about it is he knows where it's going to end up, and he knows the timing of when to use his fire to save ammunition for when they're in range to be hit.
Yeah, absolutely. So now we need a quick bio. Homewrecker's asking for a bio. Do you know what a bio is? Am I missing something?
Use the bathroom. That's gamer talk for take a pee, County.
Don't know that one. Don't know that one. I'm going to take a quick break too, Scouty. We'll be right back and to play some music quickly. And
Can you just play the video on repeat?
I can
Does
play
that
the
work?
video once more if that's what chat would like.
I mean, chat has been just clamoring for it. I think, it is the season of giving in Christmas County. I think everybody would love it if they could see the two Pup Cup dogs in action in their own battle.
All right, here we go. One more time. All right, Scouty, welcome back.
Welcome back. I've been here the whole time.
All right. All right. So we're going to get going with Elios as soon as everybody's ready. This is going to be one. We got 2 new hero bands coming in. And we had Junkrat and Far on the last map. So they're going to be in play. Who are you going to ban on this one?
Helios is a little different. Obviously, it's a control map, so I think you got to be careful with your bans here, because if you ban, say, the Bastion or the May, which annoyed everybody to no end last map, and we should just delete that map from the VOD, but you got to be careful about, again, that Junkrat and Pharah, because that's what those DPS players are good at. But you could go the other way and maybe try to get rid of, say, the Mercy from Kip, force her onto something else, eliminate that res, but then you don't get it for yourself.
Yep. All right. So looks like we're actually going to get the Roadhog and the Lucio on this one. Surprised.
I am also surprised that that's going to take that Lucio away from Daily. I think that's the only hero we've seen Daily play tonight, so it's going to force him to get into a different healer role.
All right. So we're going to see if everybody's ready, and we're going to launch it, and we're going to see how round 3 goes. We got
Round 3.5?
3.5. 3.5.
3.5. It's like a fake round.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I think there were some illegal rounds in between those. Those rounds didn't count.
Illegal rounds. Exactly. Exactly.
All right.
Yeah, there we go.
On Elios we go.
Wow, very topical and current eventish of you, County.
All right. So Titian is not going to be able to play the Roadhog. Who do you see him on? Do you think he's going to run to the Diva like he usually does?
I think he'll go to the Diva or the Rhine. He played a strong Rhine on that defense in Anubis, so I wouldn't mind seeing a little bit more Reinhardt out of Titian, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, I think he's got the chops for it. I think he just needs a little bit more time behind the hammer, so to speak.
I actually don't know what to say to that.
Dame in the chat thinks that this is going to be Team Reese's map to lose. How do you feel about that? Do you think this is going to be a victory for Team Reese? They showed a lot of resilience on that last one. They didn't take the win, but they stopped the bleeding.
Team Reese is coming out in that double shield comp. If they have no Lucio to get up there quickly, so they're going to have to be careful, because you've got a fast comp coming out from Team Kona. If Team Reese can get on the point and set up, I think Team Reese has a good chance to take this. They're coming out a little split, little tentative here. Point Break getting right down to the lighthouse. Corey back on that far, as we expected. Oba with a big dive in there, and here we go. It's back to the bar brawl.
And you're right. I don't know if you mentioned this, but we are going to see Kronos on the Reinhardt just swinging away in the middle, but he does go down.
Not doing his best there to try to keep everybody up, but again, there's just too much damage in there from Team Kona. With Corey up in the air on that Pharah. I think they anticipated that. Homewreckers on the Soldier, JFK on the McCree. It's just so hard to deal with her when she's got that healing orb from Zenyatta.
I agree. I am surprised that there's no pharmacy for Kip, though. He's going to be on the Moira, like you said.
I think that's a strategic pick from Kip, because she knows that she can really get a lot of healing done in these close quarters like that.
Oh, JFK gets booped in the air, but he says, nope.
I'm doing it anyway. This is where I want to see the tanks from Reese get on the point, force them to fight you on the point. You've got 2 picks, you've got the advantage. You just picked up Kip. Just get on the point, beat him. You're gonna win.
It sounds like they heard you, Scouty.
If everybody just always listened to me, the world would be a much more agreeable place to only me. Corey gonna get picked up in the back on the mini pack there.
That's a good stagger.
That's a very good stagger. I think Corey's idea there was he knows his team is coming back a little bit staggered and he can get back to the fight relatively quickly. Bomb onto the point from point break. He picks up JFK. That's a big tick. Shuffle gonna put down that supercharger. It might be a little bit too little too late there. Visor coming in from Homewrecker. He's got the Discord orb on him. He just wasn't quick enough with that. Maybe wants that ultimate back, but I didn't hate the idea.
Yeah, Team Kono just rolling right back up to the point again. Oh, Jesus misses the rocket punch, but he's got a meteor strike to get him out of trouble. Luckily,
He's gonna use it to
has the ability to roll away.
Jesus just used that to get back to his team. They gotta watch out for Corey here. He's gonna drop that barrage, but he's taken out very quickly by Home. They only were able to pick up Matt, and again, Homewrecker doing what he's supposed to be doing. Kronos picking up the pin on Jesus. That's a good one. JFK is able to pick up 2, gets the mech, and this is gonna be an easy 3 take here for Team Rings.
I think Shuffled had a little bit of trouble picking up a target there. He was shooting at the ground. I don't know if he knew there was nobody on the point with him.
You know, I've done that on the Orisa, and one of the reasons you do that is you're trying to get your shield down. And so that's just, I think Shuffle missing a couple seconds of his cooldown, and was trying to get that shield down for his team. Boba coming in with the Primal Rage. This could be a big one if you get it up there. Boba! No! He jumped off the map in celebration. Oh, he came back. I didn't even see him come back.
He came right back. Kronos just swinging away.
I hope you replayed that because that is a huge play from Boba.
I was on the point. That was a great play. I think he's going to get play of the game for that, and I'd love to see the escape.
Home able to stay on the point here. He's going to get beat up here by Cheezus, but he's able to get down his
Got the
heal.
healing.
Matt back in. Here comes Edible on that break. He's going to be a brawler on that point. It is straight up bar brawl at this point again.
Oh, dueling coalescences, but it looks like Edible or Nat's going to run out.
Point break, be able to get that bomb down on the point. Chrono shattered something. High noon from JFK picks up Kip. Shuffled, hanging on by a thread. They're able to get shields up.
Oh, big.
And look at this.
Big.
Boba coming on by himself. He's going to get cleaned up here real quick. If Holmes can... And Boba just decided to... discretion is the better part of valor. Boba jumps off.
What a round. Team Reese.
You know, I have a sneaking suspicion that maybe one of your moderators is picking up on a little Overwatch. They just said that that was Team Reese's to lose, and they were right.
I think my moderator's more focused on my use of big right now, but that's okay.
At least he didn't say like Boba's big whole hog or something.
His big monkey.
Again, enjoy that being clipped out of context.
4, 3,
Boba's big monkey can boot me off the edge anytime.
2.
Oh god, please. Here we go, on to Well.
What a great round, though.
That was a great round. Corey's going to be back on that Pharah, as we've come to expect. Kit back on the Mercy. I think this is going to be difficult for Team Reese to deal with unless they're really diligent about focusing down that Mercy.
Kronos went for the charge from across the map on the Pharah, but she's able to get back up in the air.
That was basically the 1992 equivalent of the flying Randy Macho Man Savage elbow off the top rope.
Off the top rope, absolutely. Boba's gonna electrocute a dead person for a few seconds. There we go.
I mean, if you're gonna electrocute something, once you want to be a dead person, you could maybe reanimate them. We're getting back into Halloween content, County. We're all about Christmas on this Pup Cup II to Puppany. Edible, switch to that Zenyatta. I like that pick. And then we've got the Torbjorn along with that soldier to try to keep Corey from having the friendlies, guys.
Nap Queen with the big gifted subs in the chat. Trying to keep up with those guys. Trying to keep up with those, but multicasting the game is taking all of my attention, as you can probably tell, and I'm not even doing well at it, so.
Shuffled working up closer to that supercharger. I think if he's able to get that down, Team Reese is going to take this. They got to clean Corey up here. He's got one escape. He's discorded. And Chrono's able to clean him up with the fire strike. Team Reese getting the points with 45% for Team Kona. What do you think's going on here, County? You think that Team Reese is getting a little cohesion here? We do this to these guys a lot where they don't always play in the same comp, same teams together. I think it does take a couple maps for players to get each other's kind of styles down.
Yeah, absolutely. I think
On there from point, plays the point off.
Justice reigns from above.
oh, that's a big ult from Corey. Lots
Let's
of
work on a
cleanup.
different descriptor than big. Let's try one other word.
He's taking a lot of damage now, though. He's got to get out of there. He's got the pocket.
JFK experience. Lays down the Torbjorn ult. That's going to take out Daly. Corey's got to get out of there, and Homewrecker able to take him out. I have to say that I think Homewrecker's doing a great job on that soldier of at least harassing Corey. His ultimates have been effective, but I haven't seen a lot of big kills just from Corey being able to free fly.
Yeah. Pretty cool lessons coming out.
Boba's gonna 1v6 him. He's going with the primal rage here. I think he's got the bloodlust in his eyes. He got 2 environmental kills on the last map, so he thought he was gonna do it again. And as they say in England, better luck next time, old chap. They say that in England, all right?
They do say that in England, I think. I've definitely heard it before. You definitely didn't just make that up on the spot.
Absolutely not. You know, I research these maps and these compositions. This is all I do, and I think it shows.
Gigantic. Chad's having a good time. Chad, it's good to have you here.
Even
We're having
Mom
a
giving
great
me
time
trouble.
tonight.
Other Molten Core out from the JFK experience, and that's going to make things tough for Corey to deal. Get any space to move. And look at this. Team Reese is gonna... Man, Team Reese handled Ilios. What do you think about that, County? Let me see. Was it a big win, B, gigantic win, or C, huge win?
I think it was a huge win. I think you were absolutely correct. Here's the Boba play of the game, though, by the way.
Watch
Actually,
this,
look at this.
Look at the presence
experience.
of mind to come back. That is a Winston main, ladies and gentlemen, because your jetpack is on a lower cooldown when you are in Primal Rage, and so for Boba to have the presence of mind to get himself out of there, that is a solid play.
Very solid. So I think you were right going back to that. I think once teams kind of play a few games together, they get a feel for each other. I think Team Kona had the earlier chemistry. Team Reese is now picking it up big time. They're starting to figure out who they are. You see a lot less of the JFK just flanking around. They're playing a lot closer together, and they're using comps that play off their strengths better now than they were. So
yeah, definitely. I like that. And I think, as these guys play together and, personalities sort of work themselves out a little bit, you might get a shot caller that is, just identifies themselves just by how the team chat is going. Hey, do we have time for a player interview?
We do have time for a player interview. We're going to switch the map to Kings Row. We're going to play it the proper way, as Boba would say, proper Kings Row. Let's bring Mr. Secretary of Foreign Relations Boba Flexed in here and see what he has to say.
Do we have a replay of that play of the game?
I don't believe we do. I didn't say I was in the control point on the camera when he was bouncing people off. But let's bring him in here and see what he has to say. Hey Boba, how you doing? Oh, that's Point Break.
Hey Point Break, how are you doing? Goodbye.
Hey Boba, how are you doing?
You're right.
Boba, this is Scouty.
That was amazing.
I have a question for you in that play of the game.
What?
Break that play down for me. What was going through your head when you popped Primal?
I just thought I had to get everyone off the map. I was going for a full everyone wipe.
You're just
you had
you're just
bloodlust.
going 1v6.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I
bloodlust,
was seeing red there,
Were you able to see any other colors besides red?
but then I jumped off the map at the end, so I embarrassed myself. So yeah.
I know, but you had the presence of mind to come back mid ultimate and jump back up. Did you know your cooldown was coming up, or were you just panic mashing your jetpack to get up?
I think my shift button's broken, to be honest. Because I was.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Boba.
Boba, we don't Secretary of Foreign Relations here. Just putting on a Winston clinic that he doesn't even know he's running, honestly. I don't think he knows he's running the Winston clinic, but he is running it.
An absolute Winston clinic that last
No, I'm
map.
enjoying it. I'm enjoying Winston.
Well played.
He's part of the NHS. He's running the clinic. That's a highbrow British joke for all you guys.
That was a very good word.
You guys are doing great. How are you guys having fun? Everybody staying happy in the chat. Did we lose Boba?
Oh no, I'm here. Sorry. I thought you
Is
were in the
everybody
chat.
having a good
No,
time?
no. Yeah. We've got a very good chemistry, I think.
I think you do.
Very
too.
good chemistry.
So you guys are going to go to Kings Row and play the proper way, since the gremlins that set it up wrong are gone now. They've been banished to the Shadow Realm.
Yeah.
So do you think you guys take? Obviously, you had Corey had a big game last time around. Are you guys going to be able to do that now that Team Reese is kind of finding their way?
I think that was just a blip last game.
Just
it was
a
just a blip.
Okay.
We'll take it through. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
we'll show him how it's done.
I look forward to seeing how you're doing there, Boba.
Yeah.
All right. Good luck to you, sir.
See you later.
Later. All right. Let's bring one from Team Reese here.
Who are you bringing into the studio,
Let's
County?
bring in the friendly Canadian Shuffle Dog.
Absolutely. He seems like he'd want to be put on the spot in voice chat.
Got to get him all the way down to the channel. Shuffle, how you doing today, bud?
Oh my goodness, that was a surprise. Yeah, no, it's good.
Good. How are you feeling about the game so far?
I'm feeling good. I don't enjoy that you guys had me on the live view from when I fell off the map, but that's fine.
Well, I will say that was purely coincidental, but I think we captured a great moment in Pup Cup history right there.
Yeah, it might very well be.
But
one of the best moments.
But also a big redemption story, because on Anubis you get the play of the game, and it was pretty impressive.
I don't think so. Everybody else did the work. I just dropped a Q, and that was it.
Spoken like a true Canadian, my friend.
There you go. That's exactly it.
But how are you feeling on the Arisa? How did it feel like putting on a old pair
Well,
of?
see, because in practice I didn't play her, so
Yeah.
the first couple games I've been rusty, but yeah, no, it's been picking up, so it's good.
Okay. So you got anything that you need to work on for the next map? We're gonna play Kings Row again.
Oh, we're gonna play it again right now.
Yep, we're gonna play it competitive style. In the first game, it looked like Corey on the Junkrat was giving you guys a lot of problems.
Mm-hmm.
What are you guys gonna do to mitigate that?
There's just too many little. I don't know. Maybe just ban it.
Just ban it. That's a solid strat. That's a
Hey,
solid
that's
strat.
Straight
a
up ban it.
I
don't know.
bold strat, Shuffle.
Yeah, it just I don't know. We'll have to talk about it. Knowing that we're playing Kings Row again, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to see what our bans are.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna move you back into the chat. We're gonna get this started here in just a minute if
Perfect.
everybody's ready.
Thank you very
Counting.
much, guys.
Yes, sir.
I just want to verify a couple of things with you. Can you change it from hybrid to competitive rules?
Yes. How did it end up
Thank
on
you.
hybrid? Oh, okay.
I don't really know, but we got this. We got this.
The gremlins are taking over again, aren't they?
The gremlins are back. Chad is restless. So, I mean, in true county chat fashion, they're talking about your driving. So I just wanted to make sure that, we got it covered.
My driving is nothing short of stellar, if you change the definition of stellar to mean terrible.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
It seems like players are asking, is it a fresh ban? Or do they have to go to
who was
the
last map?
original bans?
Lucio and Hog, right?
Lucio and Hogs, yes.
All right. Dictators doing dictator things, says Kip. See, it still says hybrid. I changed it to... I think that's just the type of map. It's a hybrid map.
Okay, just as long as rules are set to competitive.
They are set to competitive. Double
Match pool
entry.
is up, chat. Who's
What's
gonna
it?
take this? I'm gonna
Vote in this one.
I vote in all of them. But I would like Blonde to know that I am counting my votes, and if it comes down to a tiebreak, I will abstain because I just vote one or the other every time.
Still some chat going on in the game about who they're gonna ban.
Oh man, I know that that Twitch chat cannot see the player chat, and that's probably a good thing, just based on the terms of service rules.
All right. Still waiting on that. Let's take a look here. We got Kings Row up here. Right now we're at a solid 1-1-1. I think seven map pool was a good call. I think we got some exciting games ahead of us yet.
Absolutely. I've obviously been super excited since you came up with the Pup Cup idea. And Pup Cup II, the puppening, is shaping up to be pretty good. I love seeing Reese's face up there. She looks really, really excited to be 2-0 up on Ilios. And I mean, really, what else is there? You're battling for the Christmas pillow of Miracle and Destiny.
That's right. So it looks like Reese was expecting to take more games by game 3 than she has now. She's still happy for the opportunity, but she would like to be in a different position right now. And chat looks like they're going to pick Team Reese to run away with this one. And we do have a Junkrat ban and a Rhine ban.
Junkrat and Rhine. Wow. Well.
All right. Now we're going to kick it off with some Kings
Let's get
Row.
this going. I love Kona's little face. Look at how happy she looks.
She's so happy.
That is my face when you say Overwatch.
She's just happy to be here with all her friends.
Now entering.
She's doing great.
Doing great, sweetie.
All right, so as we explained to you before, this is London. This is the entirety of Great Britain at Christmas time. Let's try to keep it seasonal here, County. What's your favorite Christmas story?
The movie A Christmas Story, I think, is firmly at the top of that list.
Did you have a Red Ryder rifle as a child?
I did not. I would have lost an eye for sure.
I was going to say, you or Jesus? Who would have lost the first eye?
Definitely Jesus.
Gotcha.
Jesus was dropped many times as a child. I'm not going to confirm or deny that I was the one that dropped him, but he was dropped several times.
Well, bad things happen to good people, County, so we just don't talk about it.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Team Kona coming out. Boba's feeling the Winston. So he's going to play that on defense with point on the Diva. Jesus rolling with the Torb. Since Junkrat's been banned to the Shadow Realm, Corey's coming out on that Hanzo.
I like Boba on the Winston if the Hanzo becomes a problem.
Boba and the Hanzo. Oh, yeah, you're right. JFK rolling out with that Hanzo himself.
Yep.
1. Attackers incoming. Defend
Kronos coming out on his signature hero, that Hog. Shuffle's going to play the Diva, or the DVA, as he likes to call her. Big hook here coming in. Picked up point, but just chipped him down. Kip able to heal that up pretty easily. Shuffle just poking for damage. Kronos got a little deep here. Boba's going to dive him, and they body blocked him into the corner, and that's a lot of ult charge off that Roadhog counter.
Roadhog is an ultimate machine.
Pardon me.
For the other team.
For the other team. Homewrecker. Doing what he does best with the Reaper and just kind of poking around the perimeter there.
He's looking for an opening here. I think he's trying to find that turret that Jesus has in the back corner.
Ooh, JFK gets a pick on the Corey. Hanzo v Hanzo goes for JFK, and then he gets a pick
Oh,
on
and he
Kip.
grabs Kip. This is a big change. There's that word, patented word. Are you going to copyright that word after the cast?
I feel like I should.
I don't see why not. County watch. Edible dropping in a bunch of damage from behind the shield there. Bobo not quite able to get to him. Kronos gonna push onto the point. He's got Shuffled on the baby Diva coming in behind. Shuffle needs to get back into his mech as soon as possible. Big heals from Matt. Shuffle gets his mech back. Kronos is gonna ultimate on the point. He comes out. Dragon Strike comes across from JFK, and that's gonna just wear down Daily. Res in from Kib. She's just gonna drop the. Oh my goodness! There's ultimates everywhere. Corey brings across the Dragon Strike. Matt working on Corey there on that Moira. I think numbers are here if they can get point down. Homewrecker's got to get in there, get him out of his mech.
Kronos.
That was a clutch hook from Kronos. But Daly's back. Here he's got Boba, and Kip's going to use her Valkyrie here. I don't know if Team Reese has to sustain. Homewrecker comes in. He's not gonna pick up anybody, but what he's done is he's done a lot of damage, and he forces Team Kona off that point. So looks like Reese is gonna get the take here.
I think Edible on the Zen is a great pick right now.
Objective lost.
He's doing a lot of damage. Edible's got some good aim. He's played a lot of DPS, so he's got decent aim. I think he wants that Transcendence back, but maybe he feels like he can build it fast enough.
Yeah, he got it pretty quick, so might not be a bad idea. He gets a pick on Corey.
Oh, and Home picks it up on Mrs. Kip. He's getting chased away, but he's done his work, and now I think Team Kona is seeing not what they want to see, and that's that Bastion. Big bomb there from Point. He's able to pick up Edible. Nat's trying to heal his team up with that Coalescence, just beaming them down. Let's see how many Christmas metaphors and jokes and references we can get in. Look at that. JFK posted up just like he's Santa Claus on that Christmas sleigh.
I think Bastion isn't really a present. He's more of a lump of coal. Oh.
Absolutely. Corey tried to get a little cheeky, as Boba would say, with that May. He tried to freeze JFK, but he just didn't have the team support, so... Boba props Primal. Shuffled's gonna pick up 2 with that bomb. Who knew Shuffle could play such a mobile hero on that DVA? Nat's just sitting right next to that Bastion, doing everything he can to keep JFK up and on that payload, and they're not even gonna slow down. On to point 3 here. Corey on that May doing a bunch of chip damage to JFK on the Bastion. Home working his way down for that flank. He's gonna look to get the pick on Corey. Boba's moved to the Zarya.
I was just gonna say Boba on the Zarya. That's something we haven't really seen before. Whole Hog comes out. That's gonna push at least one person off the map, and it's gonna get Corey caught up. He didn't have his ice block left.
He'd used his wall there to block the Bastion ultimate, so he was kind of in between a rock and a hard place, or a rock and an ice block.
Oh.
Dragon Strike comes in from Jesus. It was a little off. Homewrecker picks up 3 on the Death Blossom. He's gonna try and get points out of his mech. Team Reese is bullying Team Kona right now. Maybe the squish was too much for those guys, and they just decided they'd had enough.
Team Kona really doesn't have an answer for the Bastion, though. They've just been fighting a losing battle trying to take position against him.
The deal with the Bastion is you have to have a concerted effort with your team. It can be done. Corey's got the Blizzard off. He's going to pick up 3 here. He's going to get Nat, but he's got teammates coming in to help. Point's going to get 1. Home's got to pick up that. That's a target selection thing from Home. I think he wants that back.
Ooh.
He had Corey.
Jesus. Picks off and ulting JFK. That's a big pick.
That is a good clutch pick there. Jesus just poking damage down, and I didn't think it was going to happen, but Team Kona's held here, County.
Yeah, that seemed unlikely, but big push to keep the point.
What do you think Team Reese has to do here to get their offense going again?
I think the Bastion's going to be a little bit hard to push with on this point. I'd like to see him come out on the McCree, use a little bit of that zoning. He's got a little bit more range with his ultimate.
Kronos gonna pop this. He's gonna push people back into Shuffle's bomb. Shuffle picks up 1 because Kronos had pushed him back. Corey's ice block hook misses. Beat out here
Big
from
beat,
Bailey.
huge dragon. Huge dragon.
Jesus picking up 2, but that Bastion's still in the back, just basically untouched until the numbers came in and they're able to clean him up. Res out from Kip to get Daly back into the fight. Get a little break here. Holmes got to be kind of careful about what he's doing. He played that the right way. He just poked for some damage and able to pick up the Mega Pack, get himself back healed up. Corey's going to chase down that Reaper. I think it's hard
Chat's
to
really
get your
enjoying
Bastion.
the huge dragon. Oh, that's a big blizzard. That's going to take
it
JFK
is.
down.
JFK down, Kronos down, shuffled out of mech. Match just kind of waving at the camera as he goes by me. Trying to keep Edible up here. Transcendence is online for Edible. Homewrecker's got the Death Blossom, so they've got to be conservative. That is not where you want to do that. You don't have numbers, but he picks up two big ones. He got Kip and Jesus, so Home played well here. He's picked up that Mega. He's got point out of his mech, so another Dragon Strike coming in from Jesus. Going to try to clear off the payload, but they're able to dodge it easy as it came from spawn. Numbers here for Team Reese. Jesus down to 1. He got a clutch bubble from Boba. Kip healing him up. Transcendence in from Edible. Point breaks trying to clear the point. I'm out of breath. My throat hurts, but they're still fighting.
Team Kona's ult economy use has been excellent on this last point. They have won their battles by using the right ultimates at the right time.
Overtime going to trickle down. Home gets walled off
That's
here.
a
He's not
great
able
wall.
to touch up.
What a great wall.
But did you just say what a great
I
wall?
did. I did.
Do you write these down beforehand? Or are you just
I
like,
don't.
oh,
I don't.
you know
They just-
what? If they use a May, I'm gonna say Great Wall. Get it? Great Wall of China. Wink.
All right, round
Good,
two.
good round there. That's a good push from Team Kona there. Or I'm sorry, from Team Reese.
Very good push.
But as you were saying, Team Kona was able to come in and they did really well with their ultimates, able to get that hold on the third. Notoriously hard point to finish.
Ready for battle.
All right. What do you think? What do you think Team Kona is going to have to do to get this past that point?
Attackers
take this map.
incoming in 30
Because they
seconds.
really pulled together at the end. They looked a little shaky for the first 2 points, but that last point, like I said, they were using the right ult at the right time. They had Blizzard to counteract Bastion's tank. You know, they had a few times where the dragon saved them.
I think one thing that Team Reese did there is, you know, their eyes got bigger than their stomach, I guess. They sort of forgot what they were doing,
5,
or maybe not forgot, but in the heat of the battle, it's easy to do. They quit focusing Kip. And so Kip was able to get way too much healing onto that Mei, and that Mei is just such a good stall hero. Hook on from Kronos. He landed it again onto Corey, but he's able to wall himself or block himself off. Not just sticking right with that hog, so he's able to move him around. Homewrecker's high ground up with Edible on that Baptiste, so I like that combination with the high ground and that Baptiste.
Point almost got stuck in the choke there, but he was able to weasel his way out of it.
Corey taking a lot of damage from that turret from JFK, and JFK focusing down Corey. Holmes just spraying them all down. He gets taken out.
I think Team Kona's finding their rhythm again. Big beat,
Daly
though.
drops the beat there. It's able to mitigate that molten core from JFK, but JFK going down. His turret's still going to do work. So if Max can kind of just dance and stall here, he's got Kronos with him. This is big stall potential here. And I did say big.
Couple back up the Reese now. Not able to stay up though.
That might be one shuffled once back. JFK flirted with the idea of diving in there with the Tracer to just see what he could get done, and I'm curious to see how JFK plays this Tracer. As you know, She's one of my favorite heroes, and so I'd like to see if he's able to counter Corey's main with that Tracer.
Chronos able to get the pick onto Corey. Put from the side of the tunnel there. Jesus doesn't see Chronos. He takes a couple of shotgun rounds to his back. He's gonna be picking those out for weeks.
Just like that Red Ryder shotgun when we were kids, huh?
That's right. He's gonna put an eye out.
Jesus is gonna have to deal with that Tracer back there on that Hanzo. JFK is really harassing him, and I know from experience that a lot of the players in Pup Cups aren't super experienced with dealing with that Tracer.
Yeah, I think you fear the Tracer at this level more than you fear the Bastion. Nice stick.
It's gonna get that res back from Kip though. They have to have the discipline to cover that res or push Kip away. Shuffled 1v1 here onto Boba. Got a little help though from Jesus with that Dragon Strike, and Kip's gonna heal up the rest of her team so that they can just keep this payload going.
Jesus gets the strike onto JFK for the kill.
I'll be curious to see if he sticks with that Tracer. He's almost up to his second pulse bomb. The first one was good, killed it. Edible onto the Moira. He doesn't have the fade. Corey's gonna delete him with the freeze. A little bit late on the whatever that is, the immortality field from Nat. JFK just stalling. He did get the pulse onto Kip though, but I don't think it's gonna do a whole lot.
He also got the pulse on JFK, unfortunately.
That's in what you call a 2-for-1. Corey tosses into the blizzard. That's gonna be a blizzard that's very, very effective.
Ooh.
JFK switched to that Reaper. Blizzard didn't get a whole lot done, but what it's done is it's getting him around and away from the second point, which is really hard to get down if that payload gets stalled up in that upper hallway. I'm stealing that line, Dane. Blizzard coming in here. That's out from Homewrecker. It's a little bit off, but it's gonna do what it needs to do, and that's just move Corey away from that middle where he's getting so much work done on that May. Edible goes down again to Corey. Kronos hits him with the hook. Shuffled is gonna have to use his fortifier, get his shield down to somehow not get frozen here. Kronos dropping the whole hog. Doesn't get a whole lot done there. Fire or Dragon Strike in from Jesus. He's gonna pick up Shuffled. He gets knocked. And that payload still moves on here for Team Kona. They've got a few meters to go. Just another 5 meters, and this one's over counting. How do you see it?
What a great death loss from JFK, but he's frozen for it. Still able to escape.
He's got that Zen orb on him, so he's going to be able to do some stuff here. Shuffle decides to invest that supercharger. I think he just wanted the insurance, even though that fight was pretty much won, but the way we've seen these two teams scrap it out, I don't think you want to take that chance. So Shuffle just doing the Canadian thing there and just being real sensible there, you know.
Don't you know? This is going to be probably the longest 5 meters of Team Kona's life right here. This is going to be a tough fight. They've got 2 ults online. They've got the Diva Bomb Graviton, and now we got dueling Mate Walls again. And JFK is going to pick Corey off of that.
Would you call them dueling Great Walls?
Dueling Great Walls.
Edible switched up to that Lucio, so we've got a Lucio Zenyatta comp, which that's interesting, but it's gonna, if they're able to switch the speed and heals around, they're gonna be a pretty effective move and shuffled into position. And look how far they've brought back that payload. Bomb's coming over the top. Isn't gonna get anyone. He gets 2.
Oh, Boba pulls him in. I thought he was gonna get it there. He almost did.
He came in a little bit late from Daly. I think what he's looking for there is, again, insurance. That's another Canadian thing. They just like to use those ultimates just to make sure they get the job done.
JFK able to stall for quite a while here. There he goes.
But that stall has given his team the ability to get back. So you got Shuffled and that back. Here comes Kronos onto that Devo. Edible's hacked. He's not able to really do a whole lot there. Boba picks up Edible.
Boba's showing a lot of restraint on that Zarya. We're going to have JFK coming from behind on the flank. Didn't even see him teleport.
Didn't get a whole lot done there. Nope.
Didn't get any picks. Oh. There's another big Death Blossom. Huge Death Blossom.
I'm curious to ask JFK if he meant to do that. If he meant to go back, bait out cooldowns from Team Kona so that he could use that Death Blossom, or if he was building it. Shuffle's going to be back on the point here. This is not a one map by any stretch of imagination.
Both teams showing a lot
Kona's
of...
going to have to hurry up.
Both teams showing
Dragon
a lot
Strike
of
in from
speed out the
Jesus.
gates, yep.
Corey picks up JFK, so they're down that Reaper, and you got Homewrecker in the back just plinking away as much as he can. Feed in from Daily. Shuffle drops the... Oh, and Nat is just too late to keep Shuffled up.
Oh, I don't think
EMP
Corey
in
knows.
from Corey.
I don't think Corey knows that didn't affect him with that.
Point Break picks up 2 there. Homewrecker grabs Corey. JFK picks up Jesus. JFK picks up Point. Graviton in from Boba. JFK is going to clean him up. Shuffle back on the point. Kip trying to get a just absolute clutch heal off. She gets Daily off. Here's the bomb to clear him off. Picks them both up, and it's Team Reese going to hold. Nobody from Kona can touch.
Victory.
And Team Reese takes Christmas King's Row.
What a game. What a game.
Play of the game.
Jesus made me play the game.
I have to say that defense at the end there by Team Reese was pretty impressive. I did not think they were going to be. I didn't think they were going to be able to hold. I just straight up didn't think they would hold.
I thought they were going to just run right over them. Player cards are coming out. Point Break with 49 eliminations, 62% kill participation. Daily with almost 20k healing, JFK with 25k damage, and Chronos sat the Roadhog on the point for about 5 minutes.
That's that obj time, that ever critical stat obj time. We always use the abrev to save time.
Yeah, let's see if the replay worked, because I wanted to look at this one. This is not the replay I wanted to look at, so we're just gonna go right back.
Okay, this is the Anubis.
Yeah. Right back to
We're having a little trouble on the production van. And mind you, the production van is the ambulance we had on standby for the Halloween stream for County, so the equipment there is not the best.
Oh, so now we're gonna move on to Route 66. We have a right now we have a 2-1 advantage, 2-1-1 advantage for Team Reese. They're really finding their stride right now.
They sure are. And I mean, this is going to go down to the wire. After Team Kona hold Lijiang Tower like they did, I'm surprised to see Team Reese battle back like they have. I did not expect this.
Yeah, we're taking a short pause here in the game for some bathroom breaks, some bios, I believe you called those earlier, didn't you?
That's gamer talk for Peeing County. Yes, that's right.
Learn something new every day, Scout.
It's one more syllable than big, so I know it's going to be a hard one for you, but I have faith that you can get it.
All right. So right now, Team Kona, what do you think they need to do now to kind of pick themselves up? Because right now they're kind of on the, they're on the decline. They started off real strong. They had the early chemistry, and now they're, Kip's still doing the healing as Mercy, still doing a really good job with that. We saw Jesus make some really big plays with the Hanzo. So what do you think they need to do to pick this up?
I think, maybe they should shake some things up. Maybe Jesus needs to get into that tank line. I don't know if you make that switch that drastically, or if you just cut Boba loose on that Winston. Tell him, hey, play the Winston, and we're going to support you, and let's see more of those big, primal rages, those environmental kills.
Right.
Get the bloodlust back in Boba.
Yeah. I think you're going to see Boba on the back on the Winston on this map. I think this is a great map for him. A lot of space for him to take and a lot of areas for him to get in and out of trouble on. So
Looks like bans are coming in from the players.
okay, so we got Bastion and Pharah. Nobody liking the Pharah tonight. They know Corey's real strong on the Pharah.
So my guess is Team Reese banned the Pharah and Team
They did.
Kona banned the Bastion.
All right, so let's talk about Team Reese real quick while we're waiting for them to get back. What do you think they need to do to continue their success?
I think keep doing what you're doing. I think the teams have, come together. They've gotten their cohesion down a little bit, and I think what you're seeing out of Shuffled is a really strong anchor tank, and that's been giving Team Kona kind of some fits.
Yeah, I agree. They, I think they're starting to play a little bit more around JFK. He's getting healed a little bit more than he was in the first round. He's able to engage and disengage instead of trying to put the team on his back and just get picks left and right like he was trying to do in the first round. I think he's really coming around to the whole team composition right now.
I think the tendency is to push, especially when you're maybe not super familiar with your teammates, is you want to push, and so you end up maybe taking bigger chances than you need to. And I think him coming back, playing within his healer's abilities and where his healers are comfortable healing him at, he's still doing damage. He's still getting picks. It's just maybe not as flashy.
Yeah, he's really just kind of settled into it. Watching Jesus do a couple quick spins with McCree here.
Not a whole lot of surprises here. The only thing I'd say that's a little odd is Jesus coming out on that McCree, but he's going to be trying to counter that JFK experience, and he did.
Quick first pick. Looks like Corey did a lot of the damage on that one though. He's back on that Junkrat that he's so comfortable with.
I think a good thing here for Team Reese to do is Homewrecker's got to dial in his aim and his dynamites on that Ash and really track where Corey's at. Although JFK's come out with a Junkrat of his own, so maybe he's taking some lessons from Corey. Corey up behind that team. JFK and Corey dueling, but Corey gets the best of him. Homewrecker doesn't see him. He's in the trap, and that's an easy cleanup for a Junkrat player like Corey.
Survival of the fittest.
Jesus pushing forward. He's going to get hooked by Kronos. Kronos has to reload, but he's able to take him out there. JFK, high ground, left. Miskip's going to get the res because of a nice bubble from Boba, who's on that Winston. Tire out from Corey, picks up 2. He's going to get Tish and end the JFK experience out of there. Edible's still hanging tight, though. He's on that Brigitte, and he's holding payload. But he needs support. He needs shuffled up with him. He needs Nat, speed in shuffled now.
Bo's playing great around the point right now with Winston. He's using those corners really well. He's jumping in and out of fights like he needs to. He's putting those bubbles down where he needs to. Jesus going to get a couple with the high noon there from the flank.
Yeah, it's an understated play as a Winston because, you hear it a lot of times when you pick the Winston, people want a shield tank. And Boba was able to use that bubble to shield Mrs. Kip and get that res, and so they're able to hold this.
Big flashbang. That's right, Dan. Big flashbang from Jesus to just stop that whole hog dead in its tracks.
Corey's still getting a lot done on this Junkrat, and Team Reese is slowing up a little bit. Tire out from JFK. He's able to pick up Kip and Corey there. Those are giant picks for that Tire. Point's going to drop his bomb on the payload. He's able to pick up JFK, but I don't know that it's going to be real effective. There will be another recontest from Team Kona here, though. They have the speed to get back with that Winston and Daly on that Lucio.
To be honest, I didn't think that Tire was going to get Kip. It must have just picked her.
Boba's come in. He's got primal. He's gonna get a little extra armor there from Daly. Daly drops the beat. Tire in from Corey, picks up Shuff and Nat. Edible goes down to a Corey bomb. That's real hard hero to play against that Junkrat, the Brigade. Bob in from Homewrecker. I think he's just using him here to contest. Give his team, you know, a chance to get back and in position to contest this payload. Kip able to... No, she got bumped off that res. Tire up from JFK. He's going to pick up Kip there. And again, that's the pick you need if you wanna push Team Kona out of the way here. Kip's got to go. High noon out from Cheeses. Getting pressure there from Titian. Not going to get a whole lot done with that. And Team Reese able to take the first point. What'd you see there, County?
I like the whole hog really clinched that for him because I think Jesus had a great position to try to take a couple people out with that high noon, but Titian able to just push him off. Not able to target anyone with it.
Yeah, I think it prevented Jesus from moving and getting into a better spot. And, you know, of course, when you've got that Roadhog aiming, you know, downrange like that, it sort of brings your attention to what he's shooting at. And so Team Reese able to mitigate that high noon from Jesus. Poke damage coming in from the top from Point Break. Here's a tire out from JFK. It's going to pick up one. He's got Corey, so he got his Arc Nemesis. Kip on the payload. Risky res, but she has Valk. She's able to Valk, but Jesus gets hooked from Kronos. Boba doing work in the back line. He's able to somewhat escape. Bomb down from Point Break. Don't think it's going to pick anybody up. Boba decides to spend the Primal here, and that's a good play from Boba. He had Kip with him to start that Primal, and he's looking to just delay as much as he can. Give his team time to get back to the payload.
If he drops the shield, he jumps out of it. He's going to pay for that one. I think he'd like to have that back.
Shuffle's invested in the supercharger here, doing the sensible Canadian thing. He just wants his team to have that extra damage to get second points. Kip is just unable to keep point in his mech. Team Reese takes point 2. Tire out from Corey here. He's going to pick up 2 there, Edible and Nat. So both healers down for Team Reese, but they've got spawn advantage. I think Daly wants that beat back. I mean, I know we all like to get together in college and stream in the morning, and that was not dropping the beat like DJ Colley.
Yeah, I don't know if you caught it, but Nat also put the beat out there to try to save that, and he was actually taken out in the middle of the animation, so he's not going to have that beat. He's going to have to build another one for himself.
And all the healing is getting done, though, here, County. He's already up to 40%. JFK's got another tire online, ready to go. Shuffle tracking that Point Break Diva. That's been a comfort pick for Point Break. Tire out from JFK here. He's not going to get anybody. Corey able to stop that with a mine of his own. Edible chasing down Corey. He's got to be careful on that brig so he doesn't get too far forward. He needs that tank support. Team Reese doesn't seem too concerned about Point Break's Diva in the back. Titian gonna chase him down, gets the hook. Point Break out of mech already. High ground, held on by Homewrecker. High noon out from Jesus. He's gonna pick up Home and Nat. The Shuffle is just anchor tanking this payload, and despite the picks in the back, the payload keeps rolling for Team Reese.
Oh, Boba's gonna charge in. That's gonna be a risky play anytime. Throw the fire strike out, but he doesn't have the shield to hold it up. Point Break does get a pick on a Shuffle. Bob's going to come out.
Bob in from Homewrecker. It's going to hold them in spawn on that left side. Tire in from Corey, picks up 2. He's got JFK and Home. Kronos holding down here, but he's just going to be an ultimate battery, I think, for the defense on Team Kona. Although Nat invested that bead. I think, you know what? That's not a bad ultimate at all, though, from Nat. They've got 20 seconds. Yep, they had one fight. Use it or lose it, and good beat from Nat there to try to keep Titian in that fight.
These games have gotten better and better as the day has gone on. This is I mean, this is going to be a tough take for them. They're in one fight territory, like you said, and they're going to lose one right away.
Boba with the shatter onto Nat and home. Doesn't even matter.
The celebratory beat comes out from Daly.
Now that's dropping the beat
That's
like
dropping
DJ
the beat.
Collie.
Let's see if we can get the replay feature to work this time. No, we're still looking at me. Oh no.
I mean, what, you know.
Watch that beat one more time. Slow motion. That's a celebratory slam.
The
right
celebratory dropping it like DJ Collie. I'm really glad that Dane came up with that because now I can use it for
DJ Collie, baby.
all for their Pup Cups. Pup Cup 2, the puppening happening right before our very eyes. You know, these games are just getting more and more competitive. You love to see it, County.
You love to see it. No Bastion from Team Reese on this one, which is that's right, he was banned. So I take it back. Sorry, I blew up.
I mean, you also love to see that too. Teams
love to see
respecting
it.
the rules that we put out.
You love to see following the rules. Spreadsheets and rules. Scotty's two favorite things. Am I wrong?
Let's see. Spreadsheet, rules, Overwatch. Yep, you got them.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Here we go. Team Kona on the offense. Cheese is trapped immediately. He's going to use that ice block. Cheese is on the May. How do you feel about that? Your own flesh and blood, your own brother playing the May.
You know, desperate times call for desperate measures. They've dropped the last two maps. I think it's warranted as much as it pains me to say. He does a great job of walling off Chronos for a second there, but he's able to get out. Point's already out of back, unfortunately. We get that back pretty quick and he gets some poke damage. Boba's going to get a pick on a net. He's going to charge across the map and get Chronos. He's swinging away, but he does not get any further than that. But a couple huge picks and a big wall on the Shuffle. Shuffle's
going to pay for this here. He doesn't have a lot of support. Daly's able to boop away home. She's just able to get into his block there, but nobody's moving that payload. Now Corey sees it and he's getting it moved, so they're just going to clean up home here, and that's going to be that. I think Boba maybe feeling some British heritage there. That's, you know, Knights of the Round Table swinging giant weapons at each other. Tire out here from Corey. That's going to get 2. That was just way too quick for them to react. Fission had no idea where it was. Matt didn't have fade. Here comes one from JFK, though. Dueling tires. It's like a Goodyear factory here.
Got to pick on Kip. That's always a good pick if you're an opposing Junkrat, but Point's going to push him right off the top of the restaurant there.
Team Kona doing real well here. They're going to be able to wall off. Well, they didn't use wall there. I thought Jesus was going to wall them off, but Kronos is in a trap. Daly and Boba working on him. Boba just swinging that like he played baseball. Do they play baseball in Indian County?
You know, I think they call it cricket.
Is it cricket? You know who's a huge cricket fan?
Who's that?
The sassiest person in chat.
Sarah.
Yep.
Sarah is a big cricket fan.
Huge cricket fan, even.
Oh, Shuffle puts the Fortify up to try to stop the charge from Boba and does so. Puts the Supercharger down and he loses it almost as fast as it went down.
Still got it. He went down. And there goes the Supercharger. Here comes a actual, yeah, that's like the top rope thing again. And look at Titian frozen out of his ultimate by Jesus. That one hurts.
You want to have that one back for sure. Ooh.
Nat is just going to coalesce for something to look pretty on the map with. That is a lonely, lonely ultimate, County.
That going on the rare Moira flank. Haven't seen that turn yet. It's going to pay off though.
He's got to get back to his team here. He's able to. Oh, and
no. He's already dead.
Boba. He is already dead.
I will say, Team Kona has 5, almost 6 ultimates online. They're going to be able, if they play this right, they can basically ult Fiesta themselves to a party here at the end of the map. We might have a tie.
Matt got himself caught in that trap, so that's an early pick. Here's another wild charge for Kronos. Looks like he's gone to the Boba Fett school of Reinhardting. Boba's just gonna solo shatter and then they're gonna wipe Titian off the map.
I don't hate that play though, because if you're going to solo shatter somebody, the other Ryan is probably the best person to do it to.
Agreed. Since the other side isn't playing on Mercy, I think that that Reinhardt's the one you want to take out. Jesus.
That's a really nice transcendence from Edible to save the Blizzard.
Yep, he keeps his team in the fight there, but he's going to go down for it because another tire in from Corey, and things are looking kind of rough here on the defense for Team Reese. I think what they need to do is hit shuffle back on that Orisa and really just anchor it down. That's what they're good at.
Yeah, gave up the Orisa after the first point. Homerecker's going to be doing that. A little bit of that flanking Reaper that we know for. Nope. Shatter comes out from Kronos, doesn't catch anybody though. Boba charges into no man's land.
Boba's behind him. Do they see him? Do they see Boba behind?
We got
Matt's
Nat
the only one
slowly.
that sees him, and Boba's just going in there.
Boba just swinging away,
He should not be alive. Boba fire strikes the payload just because it pissed him off. There's another tire up from JFK. This could be effective here if he can pick up Boba. He does. That leaves Team Kona with no push here in 2 minutes and 52 seconds on the clock, Colleen. How do you feel about Team Reese's chances to hold here? What do they have to do?
I think they have to hang on to their ultimates, but I think this is going to be a mistake. Yep, I think I knew Nat was going to lose that one. He didn't really have the mobility to get out of the way.
He couldn't get away. He didn't have the shield tank. Kronos was off by many. Here's a bomb by Shuffle, and he's going to pick up Kit because she had nowhere to go because of the wall from her own Mei player.
Mays are good at 2 things, making you angry and putting the wrong wall down at the right time.
Jesus, with the
Catch
blizzard
Nat,
here.
almost freezes Nat, able to pick him off.
JFK on the stall in this Junkrat. Point Break doing a real good job of harassing him, but I think he lost him. Here's Jesus trying to deal with them now. Shuffled back onto that Diva.
Ooh.
Big shatter coming in from Kronos.
Look at the shatter.
Pick up Kit.
Oh, the counter shatter!
Into nothing. He just spun and shattered whatever.
Boba is a man without a country. He's swinging his hammer at everything and anything.
Tire in from Corey, doesn't pick up anything. Boba charged that American flag pickup truck because I think he loves freedom. Here's a bomb in from Point Break. They're going to be able to mitigate. No, he picks up Nat from JFK. Daly gets deleted from Kronos, came off the top row, but they wall him off, and they're not going to be able to touch.
Wow.
Team Kona.
Wow.
takes it.
Just wow. What a game. What a game.
These games are wild. Play the game here, brought to you by Christmas.
All right. I think the teams they got to be bloodied, bruised, everything. They are really feeling it right now. We got Grunt. I think is going to be joining the match here in just a little bit. So we're going to see where they put him on Team Reese. Let's take a look. Yeah.
I'm getting hold on. I'm getting a report from the control room. We have a pup date. Both dogs are on the pillow.
Both dogs are on the pillow. Well, that's fitting. It's 2-2 to 1. We got 2 maps left. Next win is going to take it. Numbani is a hybrid map, so a tie isn't really possible on that.
It's not possible. And Team Reese took the last hybrid, but Team Kona showed that they can play that type of map. They were able to take that escort.
Yeah, I think Grunt's going to be looking to step in here, so I'm going to put the starting soon screen up, and I'll see if I can get him figured out. Chad, I just wanted to say thank you again for sticking with us. We're having a great time. We're almost drawing to a close tonight. We got 2 maps left. I think everybody's having a blast right now in the chat. Blast in the chat, blast in the games. Everybody's playing really well. Everybody should be having fun. So let's get Grunt in here. Let's see where he wants to play.
Sounds like we're going for one of those patented Dispatcher Dame break time polls.
Those are always good, except when they ask if somebody's going to fall over in real life playing VR. Then I get a feeling that it's just a little bit mean.
Officer Dado in the chat, everybody. This break brought to you by Sensual Swords.
All right, let's see. I'm going to play some music, and I'm going to get this figured out real quick if you want to take a quick 5, Scouty.
Will do.
No. This Shay.
Hey, Grunt.
What's up, man?
All right, I'm going to move you to the other chat, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
All right, Scouty, about ready?
Yeah. Are we pulling anybody in? Or are we
No,
just gonna go? Okay.
We're going to go. We'll do some post game.
Okay.
All right. All right, guys. I'm going to be starting as soon as I find my OBS. I'm not totally new at this. We're going to be starting the next map here, which is going to be Numbani. We haven't played this one. We haven't seen this in the Pup Cup yet. This is the Numbani debut, Pup Cup debut. So we're going to see how this goes. All right.
I like this map. I think there's a lot of interesting architecture on it. So I'd be excited to see maybe Boba come out with that Winston. He can be really difficult to deal with on this map.
Okay. All right. So we got early ban for Torb coming from Team Kona. I think that's a good ban on this map because Torb can really wreak some havoc if you get him in a good spot. You can play a lot of different angles with him.
Absolutely. And looks like Team Reese going with the power play here. They're going for blood. They want that pillow. They're gonna ban Mercy.
I 100% agree with that ban. I was expecting it for, I have to say, for a few more maps than this, because Kip has just been tearing it up with those heals.
Absolutely. She's getting a lot of healing done. And the other thing is that Mercy is so elusive. And then also, if the team isn't disciplined in covering that res, it's just essentially it's like fighting 7 people. You got to kill them twice.
Yep. A lot of people saying change the map type because it's hybrid. That's a hybrid map. Nubani is a hybrid map. It means that you take a control point and push a payload, guys.
It is competitive rules, however.
Yes, it is competitive rules. I have reset that to make sure that that's right.
Match poll up in Nubani. I'm going to vote.
Oh, yeah, here it is.
Get your votes up in the chat. Dame works hard on these all night long, guys, to keep
right.
chat engaged, because God knows County and I can't do it.
Moderator extraordinaire. Moderator to the stars, actually. She's got to have about 20 to 30. Averaging 20 to 30 moderations a year, I think.
Wow, that's an impressive stat, and one in the County Watch circuit that you don't hear a lot about.
That's right. That's right. It's an underreported stat, to say the least.
Absolutely. Big respect. Sasha Heads in the chat for Dame. Thanks, Dame, for all you do for making this possible so we can just screw around.
All right. So what do you think the keys are here? We're gonna see how this goes, because there's a lot of different angles on this map. There's a lot of different ways to approach the first control point. And who do you think they go with for the comp here now that Torb and Mercy are out of play?
I think Kip's gonna come out on the Ana. That's my guess. I think Daily. Oh no, she's proved me wrong immediately. Boba coming out on that Rhine. I really was kind of excited to see Boba on that Winston, but it looks like he's gonna do the responsible thing and play that Rhine on defense. Maybe he did get a little bit of that bloodlust from the Rhine now.
Yeah, he was a force to be reckoned with if you were a American flag truck or the payload in the last map. If he can channel that aggression into actual player characters, we might really have a new Rhine main on our hands.
I think we need stat cards, County, because I would love to put the stat up for payload damage Boba did. He shattered the payload, he fire struck the payload, and he charged an American flag truck.
That payload did not stand a chance.
Payload was killed often by Boba on that Reinhardt. Here we go, rolling out Nat on the Reinhardt. Runt's gonna take over the healing duties on that Baptiste. He's really come into his own on that Baptiste.
Ooh. Oh, walled off by his own May again.
That's your own flesh and blood on the May again. At this point, are you taking him off the Christmas card list, County?
He's gonna stay on there just because Cronus is gonna get a charge from the opposite end when Boba doesn't really see it coming.
Well, Boba was in a losing fight there, and so they just ganged up on him and took him out. Here comes Team Reese, but hook out from Kronos. They're trying to get Corey down. Corey's low. Daly goes down to this big swing from Nat. Edible pick on a Kip, so they have no heals here for Team Reese. Kona, excuse me.
I'm not dead yet.
Nat gets the charge into Boba. I don't think Boba's having fun playing Ryan anymore.
I think the cold light of day is showing how hard Ryan can be to play into a full comp like this.
Absolutely. With Ryan, it's if you're supported like Nat has been so far on this map, you can get a lot of work done. But when you're out there by yourself, it's just an effort and standing there like a pylon spinning in a circle.
JFK doing work on Corey.
That's a good pick there, because we've all seen how much damage Corey can get done on whatever hero it is he picks. So if you're able to get him off the field, you know you're kind of Don't have to worry about at least half the damage there from Team Kona. Coming in close to second point here. Daly gets the pick on JFK though, so a little payback from the Lucio. He has help from his team. Boba charges in. Blizzard out. That's a great transcendence from Edible. I don't know why I can't ever say that silly word.
That was a really clutch transcendence. Saved a lot of damage from the Blizzard. Looks like Nat's looking for that shatter. He's going to try to get one. He's got 2 shields to contend with. And he's got a frozen grunt in the back. Oh.
Frozen grunt. He covers it though, so that's a good shield there from his Reinhardt. Shatter comes in. Boba partially blocks it. Big wall there from Jesus. He's able to let Boba get the pin onto Nat. I wanted to say Kronos because they're just switching up Reinhardt's like something that switches something a lot.
I like Point Break on the Orisa. I think that's a great anchor tank to play on this point.
He's taking a page out of Shuffle's book with that Orisa. I'd like to see him play it as well as Shuffle does, and that's gonna be really effective for their defense. Boba overextending a little bit here. Point Break as well, so now Team Kona has no tanks, and there's the pick onto Kip, and now it's just a academic exercise for Team Reese to push this into point 2. There's no way they can recontest.
Daly's going to just try to speed himself out, but he's going to run across a couple of Team Reese when he goes there, and he does get picked.
JFK makes him pay for that. I think maybe he thought he had another teammate out there, but Team Reese was so effective in cleaning that up. Nat fire strikes right into that. That's a good play from him. Kip dropping the Coalescence. JFK in the back. He's got the fade to get out. Coalescence still out. Grunt throws the Immortality Field. Boba and Nat having a Reinhardt battle. Who's going to get it? Nat wins it because he had the Zenyatta orb on him to keep him up. Homewrecker's going to use that visor. He's going to try to get rid of Corey on that Doomfist, but I just don't think he's got enough there. Too much
Doomfist's a hard
support for
character
Corey.
to take down in those situations when he's got all of his cooldowns.
It's interesting to see both teams go away from the Diva on this map, County, because as you and I both know, this tunnel here where Team Kona is setting their defense up is a deadly spot to drop a bomb.
It is. Especially if Ryan gets a shatter or May gets a blizzard. Super effective, but playing a little bit different right now. They are able to stop the bleeding, at least for a little bit, Team Kona. Big
Boba
shatter!
has a shatter come
Big
through.
shatter!
Nat with the counter shatter. He's going to take Kip out of the back there with a little help from Homewrecker. Boba just walking forward, helping out, protecting that supercharger for his Orisa. Corey back on the Pharah now, so they're going to have to deal with that on Team Reese. It's given them trouble before, but we haven't seen the Baptiste from Team Reese before, so if Grunt can get some shots onto Corey, which he's not going to do right now, that could help Team Reese here.
Now we got dueling Pharahs. I think the Pharah for Corey's a great switch. He's going to get picked as soon as I say that, so he's trying to prove me wrong, but...
Caster Curse, County. The Caster Curse is real. Here's the Blizzard out from Jesus. It missed everything. I think he was trying to pick up Grunt or Edible to get him out of effective healing range. Grunt is certainly cut off, but he's got support from home on that Pharah. This is a hero we haven't seen from home before this far, and he's able to take out Boba.
We're going to see an ult from Homewrecker right here. Yep, he's going to take out Daly. Able to mitigate the damage a little bit. They do trade, but Team Reese is going to be up 1 right now. Grunt throws his lamp for some reason onto the other team. Just wants to give him a fighting chance.
Edible comes in with the Transcendence. I got it right that time. Here comes Nat. He's got a swing in on this. Boba in on that Winston. Daly's got a chance to drop the beat. There it is. Grunt goes down in the backline from Corey. Corey's going to ult these guys off the point. The last one standing is Edible. This kid decided to Coalescence just because F you. That's why.
To quote One Piece.
JFK experience working around the left side. He's got to be careful here. He's got no backup, and if anybody sees him, they're going to be able to get on him real quickly.
Corey desperately wanted to get that pick onto Homewrecker, but not able to.
Corey will take that Pharah duel all the time. Charge, Nat charges Boba out again. The Macho Man top the top rope. That's gonna go down. He just didn't have his heels set up yet. Supercharger out here from point. They take
Home
away
Wrecker's coming
real
in.
quickly.
He's gonna get an ult off here. This could seal it, but he's just a little bit too high. He
He's a
doesn't
little
get
too high, and that's a little bit of that inexperience showing. Home hasn't played that hero a lot, but if Edible can keep his team up, Grunt with a great immortality field to keep he and Titian in the fight. Edible's able to back off. He's still slinging orbs into there. Kronos is gonna ult. Boba doing his job, chasing those healers out because now that's isolated Kronos. Window out here from Grunt. He and Edible are tossing it in there, and that was actually really effective. Ultimate from Corey, and that's going to be the second one that almost saved it for him.
Edible has been clutch with Transcendences to save some of those fights right there, but they're still fighting over that last 0.39 meters. It doesn't get any closer than that. The big Death Blossom.
And that wiped it up right as Jesus gets his visor. I don't know how
Score
it gets closer than
0-3. Switching sides.
Whew. What a
Initiating
round. So we got
match.
4.4 seconds in the bank for Team Reese. Now we know that
just finished before overtime.
that will default to a minute if Team Kona is able to take this point. Do you think Team Kona can make this push and try to force another round in this map?
Well, obviously they have to if they want to retain the pillow of Christmas miracles and destiny. I think one thing that has to happen though is they've got to figure out what Edible's getting done back there on the Zen. He had Transcendence up, I think, for just about every time Jesus had that Blizzard.
Yeah, every big ult fight they had, it seemed like he had that in his pocket.
He certainly did. And the other thing that you can't dismiss about that Zenyatta like that is if you're hitting shots and pressuring that Pharah, Corey's not able to get as much done, especially with that Discord orb, because he's got to be extra careful.
Yeah. We're gonna see how this round plays out. So far, Pup Cup II has not disappointed.
Not at all. I mean, I know we do this for fun and we like to meme around, and we've all played with these guys, but these guys are putting on a show. They are playing a competitive game. I like the hero picks. I like the ultimate usage together. They're combining things. You can tell they're communicating. I mean, this is how Overwatch should be played.
In a true Pup Cup fashion, Kronos is going to get that first pick with the hook, and he's going to get another hook onto Boba, but Boba's going to be able to heal himself up.
It wouldn't be a Pup Cup without Titian on that hog, as much as I hate to say it.
Boba hooks, they hook each other, and they both go down eventually. There is some salt being
That's the
poured
best
out
thing
today.
I've seen. Hogs canceling each other out. If only May could right-click each other in the head, it'd be a perfect night.
Oh,
Speaking of May, Corey working around onto Grunt, and he's going to pick him up. JFK just lobbing the Junkrat grenades in there, giving Corey a little bit of his own medicine. Not going to lie, Corey, you deserve it. Kronos missing the hook. And that's on that DVA, as Shuffled would say.
still pretty solid hold in the first point. Hasn't really been contested too much yet.
Here comes the tire out for JFK. They can pick up a couple there. Oh, taken out by Kip with that Ana nade.
Phatic grenade does its job. Sleeps Kronos mid-hook. Kip
You
came to
love to
play,
see
ladies and
it.
gentlemen.
Supercharger down from point break. Edible drops the Transcendence. He's going to keep Grunt alive, but they need support here. They've got JFK high ground. Looks like Home came in with that Ash, but and that is the most painful elimination of the day. Home somehow knocking himself off the map. JFK just has to touch up. Nat's coming in with Diva to try and help out. He's down. He dropped from Daily. Again, sensible Canadian, just getting a little insurance to make sure they're going to take this point.
Nope. Kronos going to try to contest, but he's going to be slept and then frozen in his own personal hell, and down he goes. Bob for the contest,
Okay.
though. This is
Team Reese
potentially
is not
big.
messing around. Bob comes in. There's an anti-nade
Big
from
anti-nade.
Kip. She's going to be able to take out the Bob there, so that eliminates that. Home doesn't have a whole lot of heals here. He's trying to get Kip down. can't get her. No, he did. He got her with the melee.
How are they so fast into scouting? This is
I'm not sure. This is the ultimate trickle.
I believe we call that a bio, don't we?
Here comes Kronos to clear him off with the whole hog. God, this fight is insane. Nobody has even bothered to get up and move Jesus off the high ground. He gives it up himself for some reason, because I think he sees losing a fight. Corey's on by himself. He's only got Kip, and Corey's able to get it.
Corey is gonna basically take that on his own.
He had help from Kip, but I think just a minor lapse in knowing that the time for Team Reese, because otherwise I think they can get on them.
Ooh, Jesus gets a good pick onto to Grunt. That's going to be one healer down. They don't have a ton of healing in Zenyatta right now, and he's about halfway to his ultimate. We are going to see a tire come out from JFK here eventually. And there it is.
You called it, County. It's like you knew. He's going to pick up Boba there. Boba playing that Roadhog on this attack for team or defense.
Chrono's going to take a little nap right now. He's tired. It's late.
It's early for him, County. He's on the west coast.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
That's all right. We're not all in County Central Time.
We call that Freedom Central here, my friend.
I think Mum Toes called it County Daylight Time, which I am a fan of.
I'm dealing with the JFK and the side. Corey's gonna
JFK
drive.
experience is getting some flanking done on that Junkrat. Again, give Corey a little bit of his own medicine. Big bomb coming in from Nat. It's going to clear everybody out. He picks up Kip. She had nowhere to go. That's the bummer about that Ana. She just doesn't have a lot of mobility. Bob goes down. Edible's on the payload. He's going to heal his team up with that Transcendence. There's pretty good dynamite in from Jesus, and that's going to get rid of Edible.
Yeah, Jesus, I think, hit about 3 or 4 players with that.
Jesus always seems to do that. He likes to keep a DPS hero in his back pocket that maybe they haven't used before, and it seems to trip Team Reese up a little.
Oh.
Bailey goes down to the tire, but I don't think it's going to matter. Unfortunately, JFK is finding themselves in a lot of stall situations where he's the only one. Matt comes in, flies through. It's a good D.Va play if he doesn't give up too much position here. And there's second point.
So they've got 3, almost 4 ultimates going into this final fight. I think this is going to be the same thing that we saw on King's Row or Route 66, where, you know, those smart ult plays are really going to carry them. And that Bob gets moved out. That's a
And look at this. That's a nanoed whole hog from Boba.
Push Bob right into the Shadow Realm. He's nowhere to be found.
That was going to be an effective Bob from Homewrecker too, because it was going to pin him right in that tunnel. They would have had nowhere to go. Blizzard out. It's going to pick up Edible and Grunt here, and this is not a great situation. So that's put Team Reese into the unfortunate circumstance of bringing out the Bastion.
I don't want to say that's a desperation play, Scouty, but sometimes the truth hurts, and that Bob is going to be really vital for this team because they're going to be able to just push that payload right to the end. They're going to have about 1:46 left at this hold. They got it.
Round 2 complete.
Indeed, you're right, County.
What a nail biter.
Score 3 to
One
3.
thing I need to see from Team Reese is they have to adjust to Jesus going onto that Ashe. On first point, they contested really, really well, and they were able to, you know, extend that fight a lot longer than we thought they were going to, but they left Jesus alone on that high ground, and he's just able to drop in dynamites and essentially choose his target. I just didn't think Team Reese handled that as well as they could have, and I'll be looking for him to deal with Jesus's Ashe next time.
Yeah, Jesus has excellent aim, and you can't let him have free reign like that. You've got to put some pressure on him.
Ready for battle.
I don't know. I would like to see JFK, you know, put a little more pressure on him, maybe with a Tracer or even a Sombra. I think Sombra would be a great pick for some of these fights because at this level, people aren't used to being hacked. So it kind of throws their game off a little bit.
Agreed. We're seeing big changes here from Team Kona. Team Kona pulling out all the stops. We're going to see Jesus on the Zarya. Point Break goes to that Bastion, and Boba on the Rhine.
Let me tell you that Jesus' Zarya is nasty, so we could be in for quite a treat here.
5, 4,
But I think it's going to mainly depend on Boba's ability to play that Rhine and keep his shield up.
Objective A.
The counter is, of course, Titian on his signature hero. That's that Roadhog. That's going to play. That's a hook and a half from Titian there, and they're able to take out Point Break. Grunt's got to keep his team alive here. He's got to keep Edible alive on the Lucio. They've already got Nat on the point. That's not home record. That's going to be the JFK experience, teleporting back to help his team out. Boba, big charge onto Kronos. The competition that these two teams are showing right now, County, is fantastic.
I think
This is gonna be
Team
an
Reese is
easy
going to take
take.
this with ease.
Objective.
Now, Team Reese cannot leave this point.
The payload.
I hope they know that. They got one. They got Grunt hanging out on the point. And the minute they leave this point, the payload stops. After the clock reaches 0, they're officially in overtime. They've got 5 seconds to get it around this corner. Now, every fight becomes the last fight if you lose it.
It seems like they heard you, County, and that's where experience comes in, because, you know, a lot of these guys, they do play a lot of Overwatch, but a lot of them are new players, and so they don't always know the little nuances or things like that to stay on that payload and not get drawn into a fight, because Team Kona could just pull them off with, you know, a wild goose chase, and that's that.
Well, that's where I'd like to see Jesus with the grab. The grab can be really deadly in this case.
JFK picks up 3, and that's worth it. You're going to take that every single time, and look at Team Reese steamrolling into second point. Corey going to try to delay here. He's a little late, and now he's going to pay for it. He's got nothing left to do. Kronos hooks him just to say, how's your father?
You know, one of my favorite things so far, Scouty, of the Pup Cup is watching some of these guys that haven't put a lot of time in kind of figure out some of the keys to the game on their own.
Oh, County, you sound like a proud papa, and that's the best thing. And, like, I agree. It's so fun watching these guys, like, learning heroes as they're figuring it out, and the competition level has just gone up and up and up tonight. Alt out from Titian here. Nat's playing a really good Reinhardt, just pushing that payload behind, giving his team cover so that they can get these crucial picks that they need. That Bastion is not able to focus, and here we go. Beat out from Edible. That's a big beat. They're going to be able to keep Homewrecker alive, maybe? No. And there's that Graviton you talked in from Jesus. Grunt able to mitigate some of it with that immortality field, but that's going to do here.
That's going to be the
Great push from Team Race.
almost made it all the way to the end. This is going to be a tall order for Team Kona to try to push through. To make it that far with basically no time in the bank is something you don't really see too often. We could feasibly see a draw on this map.
Initiating match.
It's feasible.
It's feasible.
And it is a county stream, and it is Pup Cup II, the puppening. Anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
I'm loving this county. I really am. I'm not even trying to like hype it up or
Battle.
be over the top as one of the pseudo casters here, but these guys are putting on a show, and it is fun Overwatch to watch.
It's a battle. This is a slugfest. The entire thing has
Attackers
been
incoming in
much
30
more
seconds.
even and competitive than I even thought it could be.
I agree. If you had to pick a one-syllable descriptor to describe the play, what would you use?
Oh boy, I would probably say ball sweat.
That's not one syllable.
If you hyphenate it. Nuts. How about that?
4,
Nuts.
3,
I love it. We've moved on from big and we've gone to nuts.
attackers incoming.
Guys, we're making progress. Here we go. Team Kona rolling out. Point Break is going to play that Orisa. Oh, you love to see it. Boba on that Winston. I want to see how it works out. They've got 2 minutes to take the first point.
I I think the unwritten story of this map though is going to be taking Kip off that Mercy. She's a good Ana. She's had some big plays, but Mercy is definitely her strongest character.
Absolutely. It is her strongest character as far as the heals, but, you know, don't take away the other roles Kip can play. She can play everything. She's got a great wrecking ball, and we saw her last Pup Cup. That Soldier was giving everybody fits. Team's just kind of poking for ultimate charge here. She's just playing cautious on that Ashe. Homewreckers on the Symmetra. I like that pick here.
Winston's a good counter to the Symmetra though. We'll see how Boba does with that.
Boba's just got to remember to play within himself and, you know, do Boba-like things, because he's played really well on that Winston. He takes Grunt out right there with help from his teammates, and Team Kona's in a good spot to take this first point.
Boba corner peeking with the Winston to get those turrets out of the way like a pro.
You love to see
You
it.
love to see it. JFK is going to try to go for that stall. We're going to put the Bob on the point. He's just kind of
Jesus.
He's just going to
Borrowing
look
a
around
page
for a
from
bit, take stock of the evening. He's having a great time at the Pup Cup. He wants to wave high. He's going to take off. He's got places to be.
Stop the payload.
I don't. This is exactly where I want to be, watching Pup Cup II.
I just want to give a shout out to Dado in the chat. I can see he's already crying tonight. It makes me sad. It's okay. He has a sensual sword. Everybody say hi.
He does get emotional when he watches competitive Overwatch.
He does.
And she's just out there, just kind of keeping the Team Reset bay. Boba's going to go help support him. He's going to drop that bubble there, which is... that's fine.
30 seconds.
Team Reese has to play within themselves here and set up a defense on 2. Because here's what you got. You essentially got 1 or 2 fights on second point, and if you could force Team Kona into having to reset, that is huge.
Oh.
JFK picks up 2. We'll
Would've
see how
liked to
effective it's
see-
going to be.
Would have liked to see the beat come out from Daly on that. He had the beat in his pocket. I know it's and it's going to come out now, but I would have liked to see the beat come out on that tire because they need this fight. They're already into overtime. If they lose this fight, this round is over. We're going to be on to map 7 before we know it. Kip kind of fighting by
Transcendence there
herself.
from Edible. Daly's all by himself, and this is going to do it. Team Reese
Wow.
holds on.
Victory.
What a
My
game.
voice cracked with emotion.
All right, play the game. Let's see who got it. I'm going to
Play
think that,
of the
yeah,
game.
Corey had some really great plays.
Absolutely. As we've come to expect from Corey, he's always a guy that's he's gonna put your team in the game with the DPS player that he's playing. He's got a hero pool that is hard to counter because you take one hero away from him and he's gonna come at you with another one.
So Team Reese is going to take that 5-4.
Reese, you did great, sweetie. You get to keep the pillow.
You did great, sweetie. No disappointment. We're going to move on to Busan. We're going to do control point for the very last map. Everybody's having a great time. They want to play one more, and then we're going to close the night out. But it looks like Reese gets to keep the pillow for Christmas. Merry Christmas to you, Reese. Well done.
Well done, Team Reese, for taking the second Pup Cup. And again, this has just been so much fun. Every time we set a date for a Pup Cup County, you and I talk kind of in the background, just getting stuff ready. And every day builds up with a little bit more excitement. And I didn't expect it to be like this.
No, this one has been nothing short of spectacular. And,
Absolutely.
Blonde is confirming in the chat that Reese is in fact taking control of the pillow. So art imitates life, I guess.
All is right in the world, County. Reese is on the pillow. Kona's probably still happy as hell about it because she gets to just sort of lay on the pillow by rote anyway because she's going to squish her sister. So, I mean, everything's going great, County. I'm having a great time.
So now that Mercy's back in, and who was the other band for the last map? It was Mercy and
Some hero.
my short-term memory is eluding me right now.
Okay, we got a band coming out. They're interesting pick here. I kind of like it. This is strategy here from Team Kona. Team Kona fighting for pride right now. They're gonna ban the Reaper, and from Team Reese, they want to ban Torb.
Reaper and Torb. Oh, Torb and Mercy were banned. they're saying.
Oh, well, so actually, that's what it is. So they're not going to ban the Torb. They were just telling us because
That's
we're
right.
not smart that Torb was banned last round. So Kona's picked the Reaper for Busan.
All right. So while we're taking a look at the match, and again, we're gonna look at the big map. We got we got to complete that one. There we go. We're gonna give that one to Team Reese. We got a 3-2, 3-2-1. So Team Kona, for pride's sake, could definitely walk away with this one. I think having Kip on the Mercy is going to be something that's going to give them an advantage on this. But what's their route to success?
I think Kona just has to, get back to playing around Kip. I want to see, I want to see Corey bring back that Junkrat, because on the control map, if you don't take care of the Junkrat, you just get so much damage done on that point because you have to fight on the point. There's no other place to go.
You got it. So I'm going to catch up a little bit right now on some housekeeping stuff and thank people for following and subscribing. I want to thank Shuffled for his 7-month sub. I want to thank Pete for 5 months. Tishan, I want to thank Mushu for 7 months of subscribing. I want to thank
Rest in peace, Beartown.
one Dabrin for the follow. College, thank you for the sub. Dispatch Dame, thank you for the 100 and 250 biddies. Nap Queen, thank you for 5 gifted subs. Greeny, thank you for 7 months of subs. I appreciate it. Nova Hex, thank you for the follow. So we're gonna catch up on that stuff. We're gonna get going. We got a P break coming in from Team Reese. It looks like the excitement is literally flowing through them.
You love to see it, and we've done pretty well as far as P breaks, all things considered.
Very.
I mean, it's not easy to herd this many cats.
All right, let's see. We're gonna take a real short break while we get this ready. All right, Scotty, let's go to Busan.
I would love to go to Busan, but unfortunately, the U.S. passport is useless right now, County.
Initiating the match.
Yep, the U.S. passport is the world's version of the May.
I see what you did there, and that is a nice segue into our team comms. What do you think we're going to see out of these guys? Since we're playing for Pride, and I know some of the players can hear me, why don't they play some weird, wacky heroes that we haven't seen? I want to see Kip on the Wrecking Ball.
I want to see
Ready for battle.
I want to see Daly on the Genji.
Oh yeah, looks like they're gonna come out pretty traditional. Bunch of I don't know, would you say like missionary kind of style people?
Yeah, these guys are definitely facing each other, lying on top of each other right now.
Okay, they're gonna stick with what's been working, I guess. So
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round
let's get going.
All right.
Capture the
I'd
objective.
like to see the Boba on the Winston though. Now, we're talking about the strange comps that we might see, but you got to remember we're in the second Pup Cup scouting. These are now professionals that you are watching. There's no time for those kinds of shenanigans.
Absolutely true. Corey's isolated optician there, but he's able to get away. Edible on this Lucio. He's gonna work Homewrecker in. Like to see Homewrecker take that high ground though. On that soldier, you gotta stay high ground. That down below is not for you because there comes Boba. And Boba's gonna get a lot of cleave damage done. Kip's following Boba around just like a Mercy will on a dive comp. Jesus picks up Grunt. Grunt decided to pick up that Mercy main. Kip's gonna get the res onto Corey. Corey's gonna further stall because he's working on Kronos and freezing him.
What a great shield.
Corey goes down. Boba's trying to work on Edible. He gets him with the punch, monkey punch, and we need a pause. We need a pause, County.
Oh,
Der Kampf ist noch
oh,
nicht
I'm in
vorbei.
the wrong. There we go. Homewrecker's game crashed. Sad. Sadness. Looks like it's Shuffled's time to shine.
Put me in, coach. F in the chat for home. He needs a re-invite. I can take care of that.
Oh, I got it. I got
Did
it.
he? Oh, you got it?
Yep. Oh, I think Shuffle's okay with sitting out again. There we go. Oops.
The self-yeet. This is a Pup Cup first, ladies and gentlemen. Our first pause. Fortunately, though, it wasn't too long.
All right.
So we don't have like 15 minutes to fill like the Overwatch League.
Right. No equipment issues here. Going to start up in 4 seconds. Here we go. With Team Reese firmly controlling the 0.5%.
We're back in the game, and Dane brings up a great point. Don't you mean pause? P-A-W-S.
Dame with that signature wit.
Rapier like wit. There's a res on a cheeses from guess who? Kip. Edible on fire in the center, and not the kind of fire you want to be on in Overwatch. Boba's looking for some environmentals here. Boba might want that primal back, but here comes Corey with the blizzard. Boba into the backline. Bob coming in.
Oh,
This is going to be easy cleanup for Team Kona.
what
And
a
Team Kona
blizzard.
playing with some anger here. Titian on fire. Again, not the kind you want to be. He tried to use that whole hog to clear the point, but it's not going to be enough. Grunt is isolated. He's going to meet the Ice Queen. Corey shoots him in the head. Happy birthday, Marine Corps.
I believe I heard Corey say, ouch, my face.
I don't know if Corey would have said that one there unless he was saying it on behalf of the entirety of the Marine Corps. Here's Kronos with the hook. He missed it. Edible coming in, boots away Kip. That's a good play, but you need somebody behind. There's the McCree. The JFK experience picks up Kip. Bomb on point.
Daly
Matt
doesn't
picks
really
up
have
Corey.
any control.
Bomb in from point. He picks up one and Edible. No
Oh.
healers for Team Reese. They're going to have to do it with good old-fashioned damage. Boba is in a little bit of trouble here, but they don't quite see him. And now there we go. Kronos or Nat finished him off.
Still going to be able to stall here pretty effectively with the May and the Lucio. Actually getting a pick. And Kip coming
And they've
in.
got Kip. Kip went for the res, but she got forced off, and here comes the visor.
Kip is just
There-
ducking and dodging that visor.
Nowhere for Kip to go. She got surrounded and unlucky, as you say. Point break coming up from underneath. Team Reese, or Reese. I almost said Kona is taking it. Point break gonna lose mech there. Unlucky. Grunt has decided to battle Mercy, and so he gets back to his team.
Grunt is completely unpredictable, and I love it.
Absolutely. Kip gets flashbang there. She's able to get away though.
Wow.
Good support from her team. Her team came forward to help her out, and that's what you love to see as a support player.
Too many times in quick play, I've been left in the dark. That's a nice beat, but that Blizzard's also going to hold him up. Lots of damage coming out. Kip going Battle Mercy. She's going to get a couple ticks of damage. Going to demech Nat.
You love to see it. High Noon out from JFK Experience. He's gonna get three, and that is not what you want to see if you're a Team Kona fan.
That was a big hold and a flip right there.
Bomb out from Point Break. He's gonna clear the point though, but here's Grunt. He's back in, pocketing that McCree. Good choice from Grunt, and look at him using his sidearm to help his team do some damage.
This is not over yet, Scouty. This is another knockdown right now. Fight. There's the... Oh, nowhere to go.
Kip's gonna get caught out. She couldn't get away. They call it a slobber knocker in wrestling. There's Boba back onto the point.
My God. I can't even keep up with the camera. So much is happening right now.
Looks like the flip's gonna come in here for Team Kona. So things have stabilized a little bit, and we've said it before, but Team Kona's gonna have to play perfect from here on out. They've got another High Noon coming in from JFK. He's working around on the flank. I don't know that if anybody on Kona is tracking that. They're gonna need to pay attention. JFK working on that back side. Here it is. The High Noon's out. Bailey saw it at the last second. Still gets picked. Jesus is down. Kronos punches out Corey. Corey's gonna... That's Kit coming back. Here's the visor in now from Homewrecker. He picks up Boba. No, Boba gets the primal.
Boba's got Soldier... oh, he's pushing Grunt right out of the picture here. This battle...
I think he got the environmental on Kronos.
It's
this is nuts.
99. There's no...
99. Blizzard on from Corey. Grunt's frozen. He's gonna get killed by Kip. Boba's back in the fight. And now it's just clean up here. If Nat can stall, here comes Tishin. Does he have an ultimate to use? No, he used it last time. He's frozen up by Corey, but they're still on the point. Homewrecker in the back. Here comes the bot from Point Break. It's going to clean off Team Reese. And Team Kona takes
Be still. Be still, my heart. I can't take it anymore, Scouty. I need a beta blocker. I can't take this drama.
99-99. What an intense round to open up Busan. These guys are pulling out all the stops. If you even sort of like Overwatch, these are amazing matches to watch.
I have Corey is in the chat informing everyone he has 20 freezes.
5, 4, 3, 2.
And everybody says GG except Corey, as they should.
Capture the objective.
The salt is real. The
No
salt
love
is
lost.
real. Team Kona taking that first one. They're gonna come out same comps. I don't see any big changes other than Edible's gonna roll out on this brig.
Edible's been pretty decent on the brig. It's a good character for him to play. If he,
Absolutely. Edible, he is typically a DPS player. I can tell he's done some work on the support role, though. He's really kept his team competitive, and in fact, is a Pup Cup II pillow holder. Once again, we're pretty brawly on these control maps, which it's fun to play.
I have empowered you.
Corey gets hooked by Kronos. I feel like I've said that a lot, but Kronos not able to finish it out because Corey's still got the wall. He's got support from Kip now. He's going to freeze up Kronos. Grunt helping out his hog there. Another big dude.
Grunt's gonna
Point
get
Break
caught
picks
up.
up Grunt.
Yep. Primal coming on
I
at
don't-
the point.
I think it's going to be too little too late, especially as Edible pops that rally, keeping his team nice and healthy, lots of armor. Good thought, I think, from Boba there. I mean, his heart was in it, but you maybe want to save that primal until your team can get back to you. Team Kona just poking for damage here. Point Break's gonna dive in, gets hooked by Kronos, but he's got Kip to back him up, so he's okay there. He'll take that.
Whole hog gonna come
Whole hog here. He's able to mitigate some of that with the defense matrix. Then the beat comes in from Daily. Bob coming on from Jesus here. Corey's down for Team Kona. Grunt decides to use the Velk in the Bob.
Oh no.
Gets picked off.
Oh,
Maybe
no.
wanted to stay down for that. Maybe somebody in the airport can explain to him, stay low. That with the bomb. Not able to pick up anything.
What a great bubble by Boba just to ensure his team survives the fight right now. 86%, they absolutely needed that. Corey's going to be the only one on their team right now with an alt point. He's going to have his coming up soon. But looks like Team Reese is going to be coming into this fight with at least 2 alts.
Watch the long flank here. Watch JFK. He's working around back. Jesus sees him. So we got Jesus 1v1 in the back with JFK. He's able to push him away. And Jesus is tracking him because he's got that high noon. He's going to do it. There's a bubble there for Daily. But Daily survives it because he stays in that bubble from Boba. High noon only picking up 1. Corey drops the blizzard on the point. Dueling blizzards. Everybody's frozen. Nobody can kill each other. It's like the worst snowball fight of all time. Time ticking away here for Team Kona. We've got one good fight left here. Jesus has to go in, try and touch. Daily coming in. He just can't quite get there. And in true Pup Cup fashion, these guys are going to take it to the 3rd round.
Nothing's coming easy tonight. Hey Kings, how you doing?
Nothing's coming easy but the salt in the chat. We gave away salt for free here.
Let's shoot for a new high score.
All right, so this is going to be at the pride round right now.
You needed a goddess?
It's all about pride, and so that's why you're seeing the players come into chat, tossing a little salt in the game chat. Again, this has been a great night of Overwatch, a great stream. Gonna see same comps coming out. No changes that I see. Boba's gonna dive in. Right behind the cover of his Mei wall. They're playing well together, and he's recognizing where he has cover. He's already forced Nat out of mech, and I think Boba's gonna clean him up. Fight on the point here. Kona's looking real good to take first here. Kronos is it? Well, as soon as I say that.
Got the Kronos isolated and frozen for a second. Not quite enough.
Just weren't able to finish it off, and so Team Kona taking control here. Corey trying to freeze up Homewrecker. This battle of the Ice Queens. Mrs. Kid coming in, gets Corey back up. I don't know if they noticed it. Edible swinging away, trying to get Boba out of there because Boba's doing so much work on that Winston. Corey returns the favor to home, freezes him up.
This is a slogfest.
Absolute heavyweight fight on the point. Kona's able to hold off there. Boba's going to chase down JFK Experience.
I want to see how Point uses this. He's got a great tunnel up here. If he throws this this Diva Bomb up there, he's going to be able to get some picks because they're going to be coming from main, it looks like.
Coming from main. If he throws it up and over the top, they have no shield to counter that. There's the high noon in from JFK. Is able to pick up Kip, and really, why won't you? Rally out from Edible. Here's a bomb from Point. He's going to use it to clear the point. What a great primal from Boba.
Oh, and a big Mei wall. Huge Mei wall.
Boba just about was able to get Tishin off with that primal, but the play that I'm talking about there, County, is Boba used that primal to knock Edible sideways
I was on
and
him.
kill him in the bomb.
I was on him. I saw it. It was incredible. Incredible. Boba just looking like a throw out here right now.
Boba coming into his own on this Winston, and we said it a million times, you'd love to see it. New hero here from JFK. He's going to roll out this Boom Fist. They got to pull out all the stops here, so we're seeing some goofy heroes, things people haven't played. Grunt in on Edible. They're trying to just contest. Their healers are kind of cut off. Kid pops the Valkyrie here. It's going to come down to this, ladies and gentlemen. Bomb on point break. Picks up Grunt. Grunt wasn't able to escape. JFK doing what he can to stay on point for Team Reese. Homewrecker high ground on that soldier. Trying to work down Boba. Boba still working around on that Winston. Gets walled off by his own main. That's annoying.
Oh no. Oh.
Team Kona takes
God.
it for pride.
I did try to pull you over, Kings. You're absolutely correct. Wow. Wow. What a game.
Play
Absolutely.
JFK experience taking quite a few of the plays of the game tonight, but nothing, absolutely nothing disappoints about this evening.
No. The second Pup Cup did not disappoint in the least. We saw guys pulling out
Did
crazy
you want to finish
plays.
that sentence there, Scotty?
Crazy plays. And you know what more of a fitting way than to have 3-3-1. We couldn't script this crap better. It's
DB
almost like you and I worked on balancing teams.
DB also, thank you for the gifted sub to Kings. I appreciate it. Everybody, thank you. We're going to hop in with the players here just real quick, see how they're doing. I think everybody had a great time. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to figure out how to, we're going to raid somebody at the end of this, but let's go talk to some of the players. Scouty, it's been a pleasure, man. Thank you.
Absolutely, County. Thank you for putting this on. Thanks to everybody in the chat, and especially the players for sweating with us for 3 hours of Overwatch. This was awesome.
Also, if you guys know anyone that wants to play, we're going to be looking to set up a tournament in the same style. It'll probably be best of 5. We're going to try to get 4 teams going in December. We're going to come up with dates. We got a spreadsheet for who's available and when. So,
Spreadsheet.
yeah, we're going to try to keep this going and actually have some maybe have some prizes by then. So, thank you again, everyone, for tuning in. Let's hop into the team chat and see how everybody's doing. Take care, Scouty.
You too, bud.
You guys have a good time?
Yeah.
Those were intense games. Those were insane.
Oh my.
It was
Like,
so good.
there was a couple times screaming. I might have set my noise filter off on my microphone. So, but yeah, no, there was some great plays. It was awesome. It was fun to watch.
It was intense.
It was very
It
intense.
was.
So spread the word. We're going to be looking. I don't know if you guys were watching the stream, but we're going to be looking to maybe try to do like a four team tournament come December. So
Kings isn't invited. Don't
no,
invite
Kings
He
is
can't play.
in the chat talking
No.
all kinds of shit.
Yeah,
on
I
the
know.
kid.
He's not invited.
You
Don't
have
invite
such
Kings.
wonderful fans between him and Squid, is it? Or
Oh yeah, Skid's good stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, Skid's invited.
Skid's invited.
Kings is not.
Kings
Kings
is
is
not.
not invited. Absolutely not. No, he's the worst.
Yeah, I want
He's
to
the
say
absolute worst.
Kings, thanks again. If you guys haven't checked out Kings, check them out. Yeah, thank you, Sheepdog. Check Kings out. Check Sheepdog out. We got a lot of streamers in here that play. Boba flexed, trying to get affiliate. He's got 43 followers right now, I think. So if you want to drop him a follow, Dame, if you want to shout him out in the chat. Boba's really close to having his affiliate. So if everybody wants to just drop him a follow tonight. Thanks again, guys. I'm going to hop in the other team, and then I'm going to find somebody to raid, and we're going to call it a night. It's awesome.
Thanks, County.
Yeah, take a breath. Take a breath. You earned it, guys.
I'm clenched.
Fully. I'm
Fully
sweating.
clenched.
All right.
I'm sweating so much right now.
It's 4:30 here.
All right. Good times, guys.
So weird.
What?
Hey, guys. Thank you for playing. I appreciate it. Hope everybody had a great
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
It was
definitely.
horrible.
That
I
was
don't know why I did it.
You what? It was horrible.
I'm just kidding. It was a fucking blast. Sheffield really didn't have to hop out. I feel bad.
He was fine.
But I really appreciate you guys letting me hop in so late. I just drove 9 hours, so
Oh,
I
you're
just
good,
wanted
man.
to rage.
You're good. You're good. Everybody had fun. It was great. Dude, those games were so much fun to watch. Like they were a total blast.
Me and Kip were like dueling mercies. It was good.
I know. I was really enjoying that. I was really enjoying that. So, I'm gonna, like I said, spread the word if you can. We're gonna try to keep it going, especially in December. We're gonna try to get it going with like a four player or 4 team tournament. I mean, so
All right.
yeah. So if you can spread the word, we're gonna try to keep it like plat, like low plat and below, just to kind of keep it, not too crazy because we got a
Fair.
lot of people that are new-ish, and we like to keep it fun.
You
Keep
can
it
just
not.
say Grunt. It's okay. You
Don't
can
You
call
could
me out.
say that
No,
Grunt isn't allowed to play.
Don't want it to be toxic. Don't want it to be anything like that. We just want to have a good time. But
Wait,
everybody,
you don't
Fuck
want
you,
it to
Nat.
be toxic?
no, I mean like not Tish and toxic, like toxic. You're just obnoxious toxic. I don't
You're
mind
just
that.
Christian.
All right,
I get my own category.
I'm gonna sign off. I'm gonna send everybody over to Mushu actually. So I'm gonna
Okay,
play
sounds good.
my outro one more time. Thank you, Dame, for modding everything tonight. Appreciate it. You guys take care.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Dame.
it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, good
Same
time.
best mod 2020.